kind of in an early stage, I think. These two teams haven't played since 1996, meaning LaSalle-Peru and Metamora, and we don't want results like that game. That was a playoff game at Metamora back that time, and the Redbirds really took care of the Cavaliers. But this is a Cavalier team that has really gained some momentum, not just last year, last season in the partial season, but they've already got a nice road win this year.
Yeah, they beat a team that's in the same conference as Metamora. That's the Morton Potters in the Mid-Illini, 28-21. LP had the game pretty well in hand, 28-6, but then gave up a couple of touchdowns, but LP was able to get a road win, and anytime you get a road win, whether conference or out of conference, you'll take it. Now there's a 3-game homestand, and it's one of those games, Rick, you mentioned last time LP played Metamora was in the playoffs. LP is trying to become a program like Metamora, like Morris, like Caneland, and when you get a chance to play a team like Metamora and compete with them, I mean, this is one of those program-making games. Now, you know, it's still early and it's not a must-win by any means, but it's still, there's some excitement when a Metamora comes to town.
Well, it's kind of a measuring stick. It lets you know where your program stands as far as one of these powerhouses, and Metamora has been exactly that for a long time. So you come out here and you run your stuff, and you don't do anything out of character, and you try not to turn the football over. Those are the big things, and you should be in a game. This is a good Cavalier team. They've got good skilled people. They have to improve on their passing game, as we'll talk about in a little while, because you're not going to beat them with this type of program in a one-dimension offense. So they got to get their passing game going a little bit, but this should be fun to look at tonight.
It should be, and again, we invite you not only to listen here to WLPO, but you can look at the game in HD quality on our webcast. Just go to YouTube, click Starve Rock Media, subscribe. It costs nothing to subscribe, and enjoy Cavalier football all season long, home and away, on our YouTube Starve Rock Media channel. We'll have some scores throughout the night. Me and Rick will tell you about some games going on as part of our Subway scoreboard update, and we're going to take our first break, and part of the first break is our coach's interview with head coach Jose Medina, and included in the interview is our LaSalle Body and Fender injury status update. When your car gets banged up, call LaSalle Body and Fender. You can always call them for 24-hour towing, 815-223-0598. Jeremy Aiken, Rick Sipovic from Howard Fellows Stadium. We're probably good 15 minutes away from kickoff. We're going to continue our pregame show right after this on 103.9 WLPO AM 1220. Stay tuned for Cavalier football, Friday Night Lights, Week 2.
Will you be the champion? Are you up for Tony's Butt Shack's first annual Ultimate Barbecue Food Challenge this Saturday? Do you think that you can eat 5? That's right, 5 pounds of Tony's delicious barbecue and sides within 45 minutes. You could be the Joey Chestnut of Starve Rock Country. And if you can meet the challenge, you win a brand new barbecue grill. Get all the details and sign up by calling or stopping by Tony's Butt Shack in Hollowayville. Get in on Tony's Butt Shack's first annual Ultimate Barbecue Food Challenge this Saturday. Call 894-BBQQ or stop by the Butt Shack in Hollowayville today.
The LP pregame show continues now with our coach's interview with head coach Jose Medina. And like we always do, Coach, touch on last week's game. And it was a game where you guys controlled for the most part and made things interesting there at the end with a win at Morton. Is that one thing you guys looked at in this week's practice was just closing out the game? Like I said, it was 28-6 in the fourth quarter. Now, they're a good team, and they're going to make a run at you, and with a great running back that they have. But it did get anxious there at the end.
It did. I think the biggest part that really affected us is that we had a bunch of guys go down with cramps. You know, we ended up one of our sophomore backup quarterbacks ended up stepping up, taking a couple series. Actually, we put a score up on the board with him, and I think that was the biggest thing that allowed them to get back into the game. Defensively, we were holding that glass for some good. I mean, he still ended up with 130, I think, up 140, but to at least put that type of emphasis on stopping him first. We did a pretty good job defensively and doing what we had to do. And offensively, we put enough points up to secure the victory.
That third quarter was just amazing, I thought. I don't know if you guys felt the same where I think they had the ball maybe 4 downs, and you guys just had long drives, just churning. That had to feel pretty good. I mean, that's what your offense is built around, to control the clock and just, try to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, very much so. I think, that's kind of what, Coach Boudreau and the guys, are very proud of. That was one of our pluses, that we put on the board this week is, we sustained a good long drive and we ended up putting points on the board, which is what we want to see with this offense. This offense is about putting, just continuing to grind it and put the ball on and get some yards and do what we have to do that way.
Talk about the passing game. You guys threw a few passes. It seemed like just close. I mean, you guys were close to a couple big plays. I'm sure that's something you want to try to get. You had a ton of rushing yards, didn't complete a pass. I know you're not forte at passing, but it looks like just some fingertips on a few.
Yeah, definitely. I think, Tyler Robeski had a close one there. We ran a little corner route for him and just a little long. But, I think Sean's been doing a great job this week and, preparing for this game. And, yeah, you're right. We want to try and, of course our offense is established on the run. But, once, that passing game opens up and, we definitely want to, expose that too against defenses as well. So, we're going to do our best to try to get the ball into some of our receivers' hands this week too.
And your opponent is an opponent that's probably a top 20 program statewide when you look at the history, and that's Metamora. They're coming off a win as well. What do you know about this year's Redbird team?
You know what? They're big. They move. They offensively, they got some good-sized linemen. They got some good running backs too. They got a quarterback that can throw and run too. So I mean, it is going to be a good challenge for us defensively. Defensively, offensively. I mean, I think we. It's about just grinding it out on the ground and putting up points, against a pretty good defense too as well. But I'm excited to see these kids play against this team. And as you said, it's been a very, very productive program over there at Metamora, and we're up for the challenge.
We talked in the spring, building your program when you beat teams like Morris and you beat Canelan. I think Metamora is another team where it would be a statement, a program statement win.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, all these games are going to be important. But this one, is kind of like the Morris and the Canelan games, But it's all about going out there and playing a good game and playing all 4 quarters. And if we can do that and get some turnovers, then the outcome is going to be positive for LP. So we're like I said, we're excited to see these to have the Redbirds come to our fellows, and we're excited to get after it.
I know it's going to be a little cooler. We're going to have plenty of Gatorade and water available.
Yeah, very much so. I think I'm actually going to put some Gatorade out in the locker room, pre-drinking before that. So it's definitely going to pound the water and pound the Gatorade, so we don't have any issues with cramps this week.
And finally, for you, Coach, I guess segue was injuries. Were all the injuries pretty much last week cramp related? And are you guys okay?
Oh yeah, very much so. It was just it looked like it didn't look pretty out there on the sideline, but yeah, definitely it was just more cramps. No real serious injuries, no injuries at all. But those guys are back, ready to go this week, and like I said, we're excited to get the Redbirds in Howard Fellows, and excited to get the game going.
Well, we're excited too, and Jose, I want to wish you the best of luck.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you once again. That was LP head coach Jose Medina.
Yeah, I want to thank head coach Jose Medina as LP looking to run their winning streak dating back to the spring to 7 straight games, and as you heard there, it's not going to be easy against these Metamora Redbirds, who are coached by Jared Grebner, and they have brought a nice crowd, as you would expect from Metamora. Not a bad drive at all, and it's turning out to be a nice night. We're expecting some rain in the next hour or so, which reminds me, our Weather of the Game sponsor will get this in before the national anthem here. Tonight's Weather of the Game is brought to you by Tana Country Services. Whether it's hot, cold, dark, or light, Tana Country Services is doing whatever it takes 24/7. Go to TanaCountryServices.com to find out more. We got another hour of rain, but should be clearing up in about an hour, and we're going to take a break. We'll come back and continue our Cavalier pregame show on 103.9 WLPO.
prompt and professional service. That's why at Town & Country Services, their phones are manned 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to ensure that your problems and questions with plumbing, heating, and cooling are all taken care of promptly and professionally. Town & Country Services offer free estimates and affordable rates. Their licensed professionals and friendly staff have been a staple in the Illinois Valley since 1919. Give them a call anytime in Tonka at 815-442-3415 or Princeton at 815-872-2200.
Whenever news breaks in Stark Rock Country, you'll hear it on WLPO, brought to you by St. Margaret's Health. Whether it's a cut, bruise, or a break, St. Margaret's Health is here for you, as they have been for over a century. Stay tuned to 103.9 WLPO on the radio, streaming, or ask Alexa to play 103.9 WLPO. Whether it's hard news, severe weather, or exciting local sports, Stark Rock Media's got it covered. Just like St. Margaret's Health has you and your loved ones covered.
Listen wherever you go. FM 103.9, AM 1220. Streaming at ClassicHits1039WLPO.com. And with the free WLPO app for your mobile device.
All right, as always, a job well done by the LP Marching Band with the Stars Spangled Banner. And Jeremy Aiken, Rick Sipovic back here at Howard Fellows Stadium. And time now to do the Jeff Perry keys to the game. Jeff Perry Buick Pontiac GMC is proud sponsor the LP keys of the game. If you're looking for a new or used vehicle or need service, see why Jeff Perry customers come back again and again. Jeff Perry Buick Pontiac GMC in Peru, Rochelle, and online too. And Rick, you kind of, I think, teased what we think would be the key to the game earlier, and that is LP had very big success last week against Morton running the ball. They did not complete a pass. They tried only 5. I'm sure a team like Metamora watched the tape, and it's one of those things where LP is going to have to complete some passes because they're going to bunch the line up and try to force LP to throw the ball.
There's no doubt they'll put 9, 10 guys in the box, keep one guy deep, and dare you to beat them over the top. And LP's going to have to find a way to get the ball to the outside, get some quick hitters over the middle. I mean, if they're not looking for it early, LP, that's a real opportunity for them. And I know in Jose Medina, when you were talking to him in the pregame interview, he talked about the fact that they did try and throw it a little bit. They were very close to completing a couple of passes, which might have given a whole different complexion as to what Metamora would be preparing for here tonight.
Yeah, so let's see if LP can get more of a balance on the offensive side of things, run and pass. They're going to be up against, obviously, a very good Metamora team. We suspect, I know it's early, they, like LP, 1-0. And if you like to look at rankings, which, why not? You like to look at the rankings. Metamora is honorable mention in Class 5A, like LP. Metamora actually got 9 votes. They're right at, I guess you would say, number 11 in 5A. And LP in the middle of the pack, an honorable mention with 4 votes. Last week, again, Metamora winning over Peoria Notre Dame 28-15. And some of the names we'll have to watch tonight. Their quarterback is Connor Willerton. He had 85 yards, 2 touchdowns, and one of the touchdowns was to Solomon Schwartz, who was battling Willerton for the quarterback job. And Garrett Taylor appears to be their top running back, Rick. He had 14 carries, 119 yards. They had almost 300 yards on the total, 85 through the air, 200 on the ground. So it would appear that Metamora can do a little bit of both.
Yeah, they're a little bit more well-balanced, but they were actually behind 15-14 going into the fourth quarter of that ball game and got a couple of touchdowns late to pull that one out. Right. So it's not that they aren't beatable. I mean, Peoria Notre Dame's a good program too, and gave them all they wanted for the better part of 4+ quarters. So we'll have to see how that goes. The one thing that Metamora does have is a huge offensive front. Yes. I mean, the guy who sticks out, Ben Wallace, he's 6'5", 305. He plays tackle on offense, plays nose guard on defense. He's only a junior. So they're going to back him up to the feed trough and probably get him him up to about 330 by the time he plays next season, and he could be a big timer.
Yeah, and it's going to be interesting to see because LP won the battle, Rick, last week at the line of scrimmage with some of their big guys up front. And most nights, LP, I have a feeling, is going to be bigger and impose their will with their size. But, yeah, it's going to be tough. And they rely a lot on Matt Carrico, who had over 100 yards last week. And he's pretty much a between the tackles runner.
Yes.
Nothing fancy. So, yeah, there's a guy you're at the run, run up the middle and try to get some yardage. So we'll see how that goes.
Strength on strength when it comes up the middle, and then we'll see who wins that one.
We're almost ready for kickoff here, and Rick, let's go and do a Subway scoreboard update. I know you got one score early to report.
Yep.
Subway in Spring Valley, Peru, LaSalle, Marseilles, and Oglesby. Enjoy a sandwich made with freshly baked bread and fresh ingredients right in front of your eyes. Subway, eat fresh. Partner, I know you had an early score, I think, for Mendota and maybe some other scores.
Near halftime, Mendota leads it over Riverdale 24-7. Streeter over Ottawa tonight at the end of the first quarter 14-3. Marquette leading Chicago Christian 14-0 at the end of the first, and Milledgeville 8, Amboy 6 at the end of the first quarter.
All right, thank you very much. And the LP Cavaliers, by the way, won tonight's Hometown National Bank coin toss. It's brought to you by Hometown National Bank. Don't leave your financial future up to a coin toss. Let the folks at Hometown National Bank help. The Cavaliers are kicking off. They have deferred, so they'll be kicking off north to south. Tonight's opening kickoff is brought to you by Eureka Savings Bank. Since 1885, Eureka Savings Bank has been proud to be a part of this community, helping people just like you. Eureka Savings Bank, member FDIC. So we're about ready for football. Thanks for joining us, Jeremy Aiken, Rick Sipovic, and we are underway. Joey Shepard with an end-over-end kick, and it's taken at the 15-yard line by the Redbirds, and he's hit just outside the 25 and taken down at about the Metamora 28-yard line. And that return for Metamora gives them first down and 10 at their 27-yard line. The tackle for LP was made by Ozzy Hernandez, number 17. So they'll mark it at the 29. Metamora, first and 10. The quarterback will start out from under center in the pistol. You see more and more of this in today's football. Handoff left side, he turns it in, and he's up the middle at the 50 and going to be tracked down at the LP 40-yard line. Making the tackle was Caleb Burrell. And that's a big run early on. 33 yards right out of the chute for Metamora. They ran just up the middle.
Was that Taylor?
I believe so,
I think it was.
So Metamora with a huge run. Morton started that out last week. They had a big run in the opening play. First and 10 at the LP 40 for the Redbirds in their away white. Trips to the right. And they're going to pass over the middle. It's caught. He's at the 30, the 25. Whitfield's going to bring him down at about the 20. Just a quick slant pass to Solomon Schwartz. And Metamora with two big plays offensively already. And they're right at the 20-yard line. That's a gain of 20. First and 10, Metamora, as we're just underway. Lightning fast start for the visiting Redbirds. A run and a pass. And the quarterback goes under center. Now he'll back away. One back in the backfield. Two receivers set. Schwartz goes in motion. And they'll run the jet sweep. He turns it inside, gets out to about the 17-yard line of LP.
LP able to close. You're in a shorter field right now.
Yeah.
That jet sweep is hard to run when it takes that long to develop on a short field.
Will Doherty got the tackle for the Cavaliers.
4-yard gain on the play. It'll be 2nd and 6 for Metamora.
2nd and 6. They give him 4 yards on the carry. Ball at the LP 17-yard line. We're just underway. No score, but Metamora already in the red zone. Now a traditional set with a quarterback under center. Fake handoff. He's going to pass. Pocket collapses. He's looking towards the end zone, and it is dropped. He had a man open for a second.
He did.
Garrett Taylor in the corner of the end zone.
He was wide open at about the 1-yard line, and he just didn't look the ball in.
Yeah, LP had a few quarterbacks back there, but they were late getting to the ball. And it's 3rd and 6 now at the LP 17-yard line as Metamora went to the air. 10:23 to go here in the first quarter. 3 receivers for Metamora. Actually, a 4 receiver set. 3 to the right of their quarterback, Connor Willerton. And Metamora is going to be forced to take a timeout.
I think the play clock was running down.
Yep.
Metamora with the timeout.
So timeout Redbirds. As Rick mentioned, the play clock was running short, and they're already looking at a 3rd and 6 at the LP 17-yard line. So 2 big plays to start this drive, a 30-yard run followed by a 20-yard pass, but hopefully the LP defense is going to show a little bend but don't break on this drive as they have forced Metamora into a 3rd down and 6. Not raining right now. Again, the weather of the game tonight was brought to you by Town and Country Services. It was coming down pretty good for a little while in the senior night festivities. But
I think we may be past it.
Yes.
Radar looked like most of it was gone by already.
It's a nice, almost fall-like night. Last week was a scorcher, and a lot of players were battling cramps, just not getting enough hydration, and that will not be a problem tonight. So the timeout is over. Metamora looking at a 3rd and 6 at the LP 17-yard line. 3 receivers to the right of Connor Willington, their senior quarterback. The back is Wesley McNeil. They send one man in motion, that is Solomon Schwartz. And he's moving around quite a bit in the backfield. And they hand it off up the middle. It's going to be short. He gets a little push from his line, but it's going to be 4th down and short for Metamora. Some of the numbers are tough to see.
They are very difficult to see.
Look like 38 to me. Wesley McNeil. We're going to go with that sophomore. It'll be 4th down and 4. So 4th and 4 coming up for Metamora.
Gain of 4 on that play.
Down to the LP 14-yard line. So big early play in this game. See if the LP defense can come up with a big play. You got to watch the hard count if you're the LP lineman here. Well, they hand it off left side. He's going to be stopped. Stopped short of a 1st down.
Needed 4 and he got about 3 on that one. I think that was Taylor again.
And Luke Murtis and Will Doherty combining on the big tackle for LP. So Metamora goes for it on 4th down. They keep it on the ground, and LP stops them. Turnover on downs. So the Cavalier defense makes the first big stop of the night. 9:32 to go here in the first quarter. And our first look tonight from this LP offense, which churned out the yardage last week on the ground to a 28-21 win. They had Whitfield, Hunter, Carrico all out at various times last week with cramping. They go right up the middle with Carrico, Rick, and they attack the strength of Metamora, and he's got a good 4 or 5 yards.
It's a good initial push by the LP offensive front right there. They were able to get their back through that initial line, and then he's able to chug ahead for a little bit more and picks up about 6 on the play.
Yeah, second and about 5.
I was going to say 5.
But you'll take that on a 1st down play. Whitfield under center. And they go right back up the middle to Carrico. Not a lot there off left tackle. Nope. Shy of the 20. Maybe 2 yards on the carry. So it'll be 3rd down and about 3 for the Cavaliers. 1st down marker is at the LP 22, and the line of scrimmage is just outside the 19.
Boy, if you're LP, you do not want to give the football back right away here. Your defense has made a nice stand. You like to get them a little rest, get that 1st down.
Especially because some of the guys on the line are playing defense.
Yep.
So 3rd down and 3. LP splits 2 receivers out. Whitfield
They're really
under
stacked
center.
Inside on him too here.
Whitfield looking for the hard count. Metamora not biting. And might have been
I think LP moved.
Yep.
Oh, delay a game. They're going to call delay a game. The
0
clock
on the game clock. So 3rd and 8 now for LP as they get the first penalty of the evening. And that'll move LP down to 14.
It looked like it could have been an illegal motion too. Take your pick, but they called the delay.
So 5-yard mark off on LP. It's 3rd down and 8. Let's see if they stay to the ground here or they go to the air. Tyler Robleski split out to the left for the Cavaliers. And Whitfield's going to keep it. Sean's got some running room. Turns the corner, 20, 25, 30, down the sideline. Stays in bounds, 40, out near midfield. No flags on the play, and he's down to the Metamora 49-yard line. So a quarterback, they basically ran the option. Whitfield kept it and was able to turn the corner, and he has speed and tiptoed the sideline for a little bit and got it all the way out to midfield for a big Cavalier first down.
37-yard pickup on that one, and it gets them out from deep in their own end zone. Even if they don't score, they flip the field.
Right,
now.
That is huge here early on. So right at the 50, first and 10 LP. There's a handoff. They go right up the middle. Nice gain for Carrico. All the way down to about the 42 of Metamora. 7-8 yards, for maybe 9 even, looks like, for Carrico. They mark it at the 41.
They do. That's just a great push again by the offensive front for LP. I mean, when you get 5 yards and nobody's even laid a hand on you yet, that's pretty nice for your fullback.
So the Cavaliers at 2nd and 1. Story and Walker are the wingbacks. Walker goes in motion. Carrico's got it, and forward progress should get him the first down off right tackle.
Boy, they're right at the 40.
Yeah, they
there.
are.
See what they. If it's a friendly mark, I think they're going to give it to him.
First down. Carrico moves the chains for the Cavaliers. 7 minutes to go in the opening period. A 2-yard run for Carrico.
Second first down for LP.
All right. So the Cavaliers on the move. 1st and 10 at the 40 of Metamora. The wide receivers are Trayvon Hunter and Tyler Robleski. Let's see if they try to get Trayvon down the sideline here. Whitfield under center. And they go right back to Carrico, and he's churning. Got maybe 4 yards on that carry.
If it's not broke, don't fix it.
Right. That big guy you were talking about, Ben Wallace, was near the bottom of the pile. A lot of times you'll hear, Rick, in the NFL, I mean, go at the other team's strength. Make him make plays. Tire him out. Make him work. And they give Carrico 4 yards on the play.
He's already got 5 carries for 21 yards.
Yeah, he's a workhorse. He would have had well over 1,000 yards in the spring if they had a full season. He was a tremendous player for the Cavaliers, and he's continuing at this. And there's Carrico again, and he spins ahead inside the Metamora 30-yard line.
That's a first down.
First down Cavaliers, as it's been the Matt Carrico show, other than that long run by Whitfield. But Carrico has been running between the tackles. And first down LP to the Redbird 29-yard line, as we're at the halfway mark of this first quarter. No score between the Cavaliers and Redbirds, but LP on the move here at Hardfellows.
Couple quick scoreboard updates here for you. Princeton 21, Orion nothing. 2:30 to go in the first. Bureau Valley 28, Sherrard 7 near halftime.
Whitfield under center. In motion is Walker. And they go right back to Carrico, and he gets it down about the 25-yard line. Or actually, I think that's Chris Swain that came in, giving Carrico a breather.
His first carry nets him 4 yards.
Yeah, Swain came in for Carrico last week as Matt was dealing with the hydration and cramping issue, and Swain did a nice job. And Chris gets 4 yards on that carry. 2nd down and 6 for the Cavaliers. The ball right in the middle of the field, 25-yard line between the hash marks. Robleski and Hunter with the wideouts once again. Swain behind Whitfield in the backfield. In motion is Story. Whitfield's going to run the option, and he is hammered down before he could even pitch the ball to Walker. That'll go as a loss. Whitfield, in one way, Rick, he didn't do anything silly and tried to flip it and maybe have a fumble. He went in and took the negative yardage, a loss of 2 for LP.
That was a great read by Garrett Taylor for Metamora. He did not go for the fake, and he just stayed with the quarterback the whole way.
Yep. 3rd down, and now let's see if the Cavaliers go to the air. You almost think this could be 4-down territory. Last year, you had Drake Weber, a weapon as kicker. You may even think about a field goal, but I think you're looking at 4-down situation here if they don't get it. 3rd down and 8 for the Cavs. 4:15 to go in the first. Trayvon Hunter goes in motion. Whitfield is going to keep it. I don't know if it was a broken play.
It almost looked like it might have been an option that he just didn't want to take the risk on of handing it off, because there's a lot of penetration by Metamora, and that's what we talked about.
Yeah.
You haven't shown any pass yet, and now they're stacking it up on the inside. So Whitfield really gets nothing on the plays, makes it 4th and 8.
The Cavaliers, this drive all of a sudden stalling out at the Metamora 27-yard line. 3:45 to go. Cavaliers are going to go for it, one would think.
This is almost a carbon copy of what Metamora did just a little while ago.
Robleski and Hernandez are the wideouts for the Cavaliers. Under center is Whitfield. Sean, straight drop back pass. Looking, throwing, has a man caught at the 15. Trayvon Hunter with the catch. First down, LP. The Cavaliers complete their first pass of the year, and a big play. Nice throw by Whitfield. That was kind of, you'll see Aaron Rodgers do that all the time, throw to the back shoulder of his receiver. Trayvon Hunter with the nice hands, and the Cavaliers are in the Illinois Valley Credit Union red zone. Now offering Visa cards with interest rates as low as 9.9%. If you live, work, or worship in LaSalle, Bureau, or Putnam County, you can become an IVCU member. See more now at IVCU.com. First down, Cavaliers at the Metamora 12-yard line.
4th first down for LP in this drive, and that was just a nice, really quick out to Hunter, who got the 12-yard pickup.
Hunter goes in motion. Whitfield, I think there's going to be a false start. 2 different flags. Yeah, 3 flags.
Yeah.
Illegal motion, you name it. So
they all saw it.
Yep, and we saw it up here too right away.
Second penalty against LP for 10 yards.
So it'll be 1st and 15 for the Cavaliers. Metamora with no penalties yet. We're still early. 3:14 to go here in the first. Metamora drove down inside the 20, but LP's defense turned him back. Now the Cavaliers, as Rick mentioned, turned the field around, and they have it 1st and 15 at the Redbirds 17-yard line. No score yet between the Cavaliers and Metamora. 2 teams that are getting votes in Class 5A. So this is a early season measuring stick for both programs. Walker goes in motion. Whitfield maybe calling an audible at the line.
Slow developing play.
Sean's going to keep it, and he's got close to the penalty yardage back. He just kept it almost near the original line of scrimmage, maybe a yard short.
Yeah, I think he picked up 4 on the play. Yeah. 2nd and 11 from around the 13.
On the right hash mark, so the west side of Howard Fellows Stadium. Metamora pretty well close to filling their side of the stands, and a big crowd over on the LP side as well. Both student sections turning out well tonight.
This is a perfect night for football.
It's beautiful, isn't it? And this turf, the lights have taken obviously full effect. And 2 really good teams here. 2nd down and 11. Whitfield going to run the option again, and just nothing there.
Wow.
Sean couldn't pitch it. Metamora had 4 or 5 guys in the backfield. And literally, 4 or 5 Redbirds at the bottom of the
Cavs have just become too predictable at this point.
So 3rd down and long.
3rd and 13 approximately. After a loss of 2.
Right at the 15-yard line of Metamora. Now, I've seen in warm-ups Joey Shepard kick from a distance. Pretty decent as a field goal kicker, but obviously you're thinking still wanting to get 6 on this drive.
Exactly. Cavs are 1 out of 2 on 3rd down so far.
So we have Hernandez as the 1 wideout. Story and Walker, the wingbacks. Whitfield's going to pass. He's in trouble. Trying to get away, and he's going to be hammered down at about the 15-yard line, and he was hit hard by 2 or 3 Redbirds.
I don't have any idea how he got back to the line of scrimmage on that one. He was running like he had just stolen a TV from Walmart.
4th down.
Actually end up losing a yard.
Obviously, Rick, you don't know how that is, right? You don't know what it means.
Well, I've heard.
Oh, you've heard. Okay.
That's what it's like.
I think the statute of limitations have already passed, so you're okay.
As far as you know, yes.
Yes. You used to probably be able to run a little faster than you can now.
No, I never could.
4th and long for the Cavaliers, so they're going to go for it. And LP, I think, is going to have to call a timeout. There's some Players not sure where they were supposed to be, and that's fine.
A little confusion.
Yep.
Second game of the year. Again, you're in a passing situation. You'd like to get a score out of this. You've come a long way. This is, in fact, going to be the 15th play of the drive for LP that started back at their own 12-yard line.
Yeah, an impressive drive, and we're down under a minute now in this first quarter. The Cavaliers, like Rick mentioned, they've moved the ball well, but they're looking at a 4th and 14. Each team now has used one timeout here in the first quarter. And again, the Cavaliers won the Hometown National Bank coin toss, so they'll get the ball to start the second half. Some other games we're watching, and Rick has mentioned some games already that we're taking a look at tonight. St. Bede's at Erie Prophetstown. Try to see if we can get a report on the Bruins. Streeter and Ottawa, you talked about that. That's fun that rivalry is back going.
It is.
So it means a lot, I'm sure, to those two communities and those two schools being able to play again since, obviously they want their separate ways.
I'd like to see Streeter get back on the LP schedule. I really would. It was always some very spirited games.
4th and 14 coming up now for the Cavaliers. Whitfield straight drop back and a throw to the corner of the end zone, and it is dropped.
My goodness.
He had one-on-one, man-on-man coverage, and it was Malik Madrigal who had the size advantage.
And it was a perfect throw by Whitfield. It was what they call a back shoulder throw, where he's running towards the goal line and then fades to the corner, and the ball's thrown really behind him intentionally. So he's the only one who had a chance at getting it. The ball was there, and he just didn't catch it.
Yeah, great pass by Whitfield.
And that's a long pass all the way across the field. So.
A nice drawn-out play. I mean, you had Madrigal who goes 6'3" and had one-on-one coverage against a smaller cornerback. And if we get that chance, I'd take it again, and hopefully Malik makes the catch the next time. So both teams have come away with nothing on the other team's red zone or in the red zone. So Metamora back with the football. And they hand it off left tackle. Man, he's a pretty tough, big guy. So we're saying 39, Ethan Petrie. 5'10", 220. He's a bowling ball back there. And he got 8 yards. So it's interesting. Matt Carrico is pretty much LP's version of him, but Carrico, according to the program, is about $178, but runs just as hard for being a little smaller. So 2nd down and 2. This could be the last play of the first period. 10 seconds on the clock and going
Tough
down.
Snap there.
High snap. The quarterback keeps it 1st down, and he's out to about the 37-yard line. Tackle made by Luke Murtis for the Cavaliers. But the clock stops. It'll run as soon as the sticks get reset. But as Rick mentioned, it was a high snap. And give credit to their quarterback, Connor Willardson. He just tucked the ball down and went. And that is it. An exciting first quarter. No points on either side. But two good teams locking horns here at Howard Fellows Stadium. Jeremy Aiken, Rick Sipovic will be back with the second quarter after this on 103.9 WLPO.
Let's do this. It's ABC Audio's Labor Day Live.
All right, now.
On ABC's Matt Wolf, whether you caught a show or not this summer, we'll bring the live experience home. Van Halen, ZZ Top, Heart, Bruce, The Stones, and more. All live, all Labor Day weekend.
Everybody's ready to get after it and start tearing it up.
ABC Audio's Labor Day Live. Listen for it right here.
Labor Day Live, brought to you by Illinois Valley Credit Union and Spring Valley Boat Club. Labor Day weekend on 103.9 WLPO.
We're your financial plus.
These days, more than ever, you're worried about a lot of things you can't control. Luckily, when you bank with Financial Plus Credit Union, your bank account won't be one of them. Financial Plus uses powerful tech to keep your finances safe, including debit and credit card control. If you think your card is lost or stolen, you have the ability to turn your card off instantly with just the push of a button, saving you time and peace of mind. It's all part of Financial Plus's state-of-the-art tech to help you easily manage your finances. Mobile banking, smartwatch banking, mobile check deposits, and mobile payments are all available when you bank with Financial Plus and download the mobile app. Start taking advantage today with Financial Plus Credit Union, with locations in Ottawa, Peru, Mendota, Morris, or Diamond, or online at financialplus.org. Financial Plus Credit Union is member NCUA.
You can rely on us. We belong to you, and that's the plus. We're your Financial Plus.
Be in the know in Stark Rock Country with Rod and Tom. Mornings on 103.9 WLPO. Star Block News, Talk, and Classic Rock.
Jeremy Aiken, Rick Sipovic back, and the first carry by Petrie gives 3 yards, and they go right back to him. No, quarterback keeper. Man, that was good deception. It fooled me, obviously. The quarterback, Connor Willerton, gets a first down out to the LP 49. They fake the handoff to Petrie up the middle. 11-yard gain on the quarterback keeper, and a well-crafted, well-designed play there for Metamora.
Their 4th first down of the game.
We're just underway in the second quarter here from Howard Fellows Stadium. No score between LP and Metamora. Jeremy Aiken and Rick Sipovic. Trips to the right of quarterback Connor Willerton. LP showing some blitz. They're going to come. Willerton throws over the middle. He's got a man at the 40-yard line. He's going to be about a yard short. That was Solomon Schwartz.
It was.
He seems to be the go-to receiver.
Yeah, he's caught 2 now for 29 yards.
Just a quick slant as LP was bringing a blitz, and it goes for 9 yards. 2nd and 1 at the LP 40.
Quick update on the score. Erie Prophetstown 7, St. Bede nothing. That's at halftime. Milledgeville 16, Amboy 6. That's a halftime score.
So some defense being played in that St. Bede Erie Prophetstown game.
Thanks to our friends at Subway for those scoreboard updates.
2nd down and 1. And they hand it off, and he runs into a pile. But second effort by Petrie is able to get Metamora the first down.
Yeah, he just got that yard. That's what they were looking for.
Swain and Shepard combining on the tackle. Yeah, there was penetration by LP initially that knocked him backward, but a nice job by Petrie for Metamora.
They got him up high, and he was able to drive them backwards.
1st and 10 at the Cavalier 39-yard line. Metamora now trying to put together a drive that takes some time. Moves the chains. We're under 10 minutes to go until halftime. No score still between Metamora and LP. And under center is Willerton. A power formation now for Metamora. They go back to Petrie, and he's showing that power football off right tackle. Gets about 8 yards on the carry.
Boy, he's got a really quick first step.
Yeah.
He's up to speed right away. He's into that past the line of scrimmage and then looking for more, and was able to pick up 8 on that one.
Antonio Rodriguez with the tackle in the linebacker spot. He racked up quite a few tackles last week for the Cavaliers.
7th play of the drive coming up. It started back at their own 16 for Metamora.
So both teams have put together impressive drives, but have not been able to finish them off with points. Again, a power formation coming up for Metamora. No receivers. Oh, a high snap! And the quarterback falls on it. Good job by the QB.
Wow, that was a terrible snap.
Yeah.
I don't know how he was able to even get a hand on that one.
And that's big. It takes him back to the original line of scrimmage, a loss.
Yeah, a loss of about 8 on the play. The loss goes to the quarterback, but that wasn't his fault.
No. In fact, Willerton just dove and caught that ball. Wasn't worried about trying to catch it and make something of it. He did the smart thing.
Metamora nothing out of 1 so far on 3rd down.
3 receivers as they open this up offensively. 3rd and 10. Metamora. Straight drop back by Willerton's going to toss it out of the back. Oh, that's going to be interfered.
No, not behind the line of scrimmage.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yep. Murtis with the coverage on the running back. Garrett Taylor was the intended running back, and Murtis read that beautifully for LP.
The same rules don't apply when the ball's thrown behind the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you're right. It would have been interference.
he was making contact with the receiver, and looks like Metamora. They might be running this down.
Wonder if they're going to go ahead and punt it and try and pin LP inside their 10.
So far, it's been kind of a both teams.
I think that's it.
They're bringing out the punting unit. And back deep for the Cavaliers is Mason Lynch. There's been some good Lynch players to go through the system here at LP. And they're not actually, Mason's going to come up because they're going to just let this punt go and make sure there's
that's where it goes.
No fake. And there is the punt's going to bounce at the 15. Take a Metamora bounce. It's still rolling on the turf.
About a 6-yard line or so.
So LP's defense, though, turns away Metamora. And let's see if the offense can put together a long drive. 1st and 10 Cavaliers, as Rick mentioned, they're going to start
to make it the
7-yard line.
32-yard punt.
So a nice punt for Metamora. Anytime you can pin the other team inside the 10, let alone the 20, that's what you're looking for. So let's see if the Cavaliers can open things up a little bit. The option for sure has not worked this evening. Now, Carrico's been pretty effective just running up the middle.
The problem you have is when you start deep in your own end, as you have twice now, even when you put together a decent drive, it's hard to score.
And there's Carrico, 15, 20, 25, and out to about the 28. Well, that'll give you some breathing room.
It does. Quick 20-yard pickup by Matt Carrico, rather.
Wow, Carrico had a big run last week, too. He's not just a 3 yards in a cloud of dust runner. He showed some burst and some speed, getting it all the way out to the 27.
Fifth first down for LP.
A gain of what, 21?
20 even, it looks like.
20 even, all right. So the Cavaliers in business, 1st and 10 at their own 27, or under 8 minutes to go in this second quarter. In motion is Story. They go right back to Carrico. No rest for the weary. And Matt lunges ahead, reaches for the 30, but they're going to put him back at the 29.
Yeah, his knee touched down. He actually fell at about the 30, but his knee was down first.
So it'll be 2nd down and about 8 for the Cavaliers.
8th carry for Carrico has 50 yards here.
And we'll take that average.
Oh, yeah.
With over 6 yards, doing the quick math there.
You always were a math whiz.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
As long as you don't have to go over 10. You run out of fingers to count.
Yeah, it's like I carry the 1. Here's Whitfield under center, 2nd down and 8. Oh, LP looked like they almost had 2 guys in motion at the same time.
Nice
Whitfield
run.
keeps it, and he's still going, and he's got the 1st down.
Used the old spin-a-rama, the old hockey play.
Like Denny Savard there.
Yeah, kept spinning and spinning and finally spun his way for enough yards to pick up a 1st down.
That's about a 10-yard gain, Rick, out to the 39.
It was.
I'm glad the officials didn't see what I saw. I thought I saw 2 backs moving at once, but nothing, no flags.
You were just imagining things.
I must have been, yeah. 1st and 10, LP at the 39.
That's what Jose will tell you.
Yes. This drive started at their own 7. And Whitfield goes right back to Carrico. He gets maybe 1 to the 40.
Yep.
Not a lot there for Carrico. Be 2nd down and 9 for the Cavs. Both teams trying to impose their will here. LP obviously big on the ground game. They had 1 big pass completion, almost a second, which would have went for a touchdown. Again, LP had a few near misses last week through the air. Hernandez and Robleski are the wideouts. Let's see if they go to the air on 2nd down and 9. In motion is Story. Whitfield's going to keep it. Sean gets 2, maybe 3.
Boy, he got hit up high that time, too. They grabbed him around the shoulder pads up high and drug him backwards, but he was able to pick up about 2.5, maybe 3 yards. But 3rd down and long coming up here for LP.
Ball spotted just past the LP 42-yard line. Halfway through the second quarter, still no score between LP and Metamora. Jeremy Aiken and Rick Sipovic high above Howard Fellows Stadium. A beautiful night for football.
Cavs just 1 out of 3 on a 3rd down so far.
Hopefully he sees the play clock. We're down to 5.
Got to get it
and he's
snapped.
just now, they may have to call a timeout.
Just got it off in time.
Whitfield's running the option. He needs some blocks. He's in trouble. And Sean is going to lose a yard or 2. And so they were lucky to get that one off before the play clock.
On the play, but you're right.
He had Walker out blocking, but the problem was it was only Walker and about 3 Redbird defenders.
Yeah, they read that play all the way, and LP's going to be forced to punt here. Another scoreboard update for you, Jeremy. Princeton 35, Orion nothing. That's a halftime score now.
Man, Princeton is really good.
They are the real deal.
They're number 2 in 3A, getting some first place
I'd like
votes.
to see the first place team.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, Princeton was one of those, even in the spring, if there was a quote-unquote normal season, who knows how far they would have gotten. There is the punt. It's going to take it at the 25. He breaks the tackle, 30-35. Out of bounds just past the Metamora 40-yard line. The punt for Joey Shepard of LP. And
34 yards.
34 yards in the punt. It was a nice return out to the 42 of Metamora.
You have the winning 50-50 ticket number, so get your tickets out.
I didn't get in on the 50-50.
No, I did not.
No.
$25 can be collected at the ticket
So Mike Porter doing the honors of the 50-50 drawing.
04.
Me and Rick are not in the running tonight.
Is Rod here? And
we're just hoping that nobody claims it and they'll roll over the pot. I don't know if that's what they'll do.
Is this a Queen of Hearts drawing?
Yes. There's a pass. Oh, man, they threw it to the backfield. And
that was about a yard forward. It was almost a lateral.
Yeah, so it goes incomplete. And second down and 10.
There was nothing going there, I'll tell you that. LP had that one sniffed out from the get-go.
So
this game is, I think, exactly what I was expecting, to tell you the truth.
LP's
a low-scoring game with two teams with a lot of strength as far as their running game is concerned, and strength on strength.
And goes back in the pistol formation, does Connor Willerton. He's going to keep it. He's tackled down about the 45-yard line. On the QB keeper, making the tackle for the Cavaliers was Will Doherty, and Byron Verdun was also there, number 14.
Third down and a long 6 coming up.
Under 4 minutes to go. There was, no punts in the first quarter, and now all of a sudden we may see another one here in the second. If LP can stop him here. Third down and 6 at the 46 of Metamora. 4 receivers set.
They got him spread out. I wouldn't doubt to see him run out of this formation, though.
Watch number 7, Solomon Schwartz. He's going to pass. He's rolling, running up the middle, throwing deep. He's got a man streaking, and he's at the 5. Touchdown, Metamora. There he was, number 7. Solomon Schwartz broke free. And that goes, 54 yards?
54 yards and a touchdown. And I tell you, Schwartz, he put a move on. He came off the right side, put one little stop and go move on, and then just went on a fly pattern, a post pattern right down the middle of the field, and he was wide open.
So the offensive line bought just enough time for Willerton to throw the ball to his top receiver, Solomon Schwartz, and he takes it to the end zone. And Metamora jumps ahead, first score of the game, 6-0 over the Cavaliers. And here is the PAT attempt coming up for Ryan Morgan. Oh, it's a bad snap, and it'll be 6-0. So we'll take that. With 3:23 to go here in the second quarter. 54-yard pass play. Solomon Schwartz from Connor Willerton. Willerton. Again, they are listed in the program as both quarterbacks.
Yes. They had that competition in the preseason. They're both seniors.
Yeah.
And Willerton beat out Schwartz, but Schwartz says, okay, I'll just be the guy that catches your passes. How's that? And it worked out pretty well on that one.
I'm kind of wishing it worked out the other way at this point, because Schwartz has been deadly as a receiver for Metamora. So that quiets the LP crowd for right now. 6-0 is the score. Metamora comes up with a big play.
12 plays and 84 yards on the drive.
Let's see if the Cavaliers can bounce back here. Back deep, Trayvon Hunter and Ozzie Hernandez. So we can give LP a good return to start this drive. Cavaliers have 2 timeouts to work with. Again, LP will have the ball to start second half as well. And there's the run up, and the kick is a short one. And it goes straight out of bounds. Yeah.
That'll come out to the 35.
All right. Well, that's a pretty good starting field position.
Finally.
Yeah. Oh, there is a penalty flag. Huh? Well, that's because he had a kick out of bounds.
That's just because of the illegal kick, yeah.
6-0 Metamora over LP. 3:23 to go here in the first half. And coming up, we will have our halftime show in moments. We'll do another scoreboard update, have a second half adjustment as well.
haven't had any more updates on St. Bede, where they were trailing Erie Provincetown 7-0 at halftime. So they're probably just about getting underway in the second half.
First down and 10, LP at their own 35-yard line. Whitfield under center, and Sean's going to keep it. He's got running room. 40, midfield, down to the Metamora 45, tackled out of bounds inside the Redbird 40. No flags on the play.
They mark it at the 39-yard line. A big gainer right there.
So the Cavaliers come firing right back. Sean Whitfield with a big carry.
31 yards.
3:14. He was tackled out of bounds. So let's see if the clock stops. Obviously, it stops for moving the chains.
First down number 7 for LaSalle-Peru tonight, but they've got to make it pay now. LP with all their timeouts left, I believe.
They've used one.
Okay, they've used one early, so they've got a couple, and still plenty of time with 3:14 on the clock.
Whitfield under center at the 39 of Metamora. He's going to keep it. Sean is down about the 30-yard line, a gain of 9.
Found a little something on the inside right there. I think everybody's waiting for Carrico, and they didn't look for Whitfield.
Second and 1 for the Cavaliers coming up.
Whitfield now 11 carries, 88 yards here in the first half.
Of course, he had one really long run.
Yep, 31-yarder.
So second and short coming up for LP right at the 30 of Metamora. Closing in on the 2.5-minute mark of the second quarter.
LP looked like they moved early.
Yeah, they did. There's a first down run off left tackle.
No call. Wow. Nope. Got a break.
Is that Carrico? Yep.
Yep, it was.
They needed one. I think he got 2.
Going to mark it out at the 33-yard line, so a gain of almost 3 on the play.
There's that 27 of Metamora.
Okay.
Yep. Inside the 30.
Yep.
Correction. And the PA. Clock running down. 2 minutes to go here. Close to it. Story in motion. They go to Carrico, who looked to slip as he got to the 25-yard line. Only about 2 yards on that carry. So now we're under 2 minutes.
Time is becoming a factor now.
Second and 8 for LP at the Metamora 25-yard line. 6-0 Metamora with the lead over the Cavaliers.
This will be the 26th play from scrimmage for LP, while Metamora, although they have the lead, have had only 18 plays.
Well, you'll take that.
Take it if you can get one in the end zone.
Right.
Here.
Second down and 8, minute and a half left. And this time I think they did call.
I think they did.
It was the official that was right in front of the Metamora coaching staff.
I think they've been putting a little bug in their ear, and it'll be a 5-yard walk-off against LP. Their third penalty, all minors for 15 yards.
Metamora doesn't have any, do they?
They do not.
It's a very disciplined effort so far for the Redbirds. Their white unis, black helmets, red numbers.
They're going to start the clock, and LP taking their time getting in and out of the huddle here.
They were down to 1:20 and counting. Robleski and Hernandez are the wideouts. Second down and 13 for the Cavs. In motion is Story. Whitfield's going to run the option. Sean's looking for blocks, and a nice tackle for Metamora.
Open field tackle right there.
TJ Rising.
That saved a probable first down.
Yep.
He ended up gaining about 4 or 5 on the play, and would have had a lot more had he broken the one tackle.
So LP's letting it go here because they're figuring they may just have 2 pass plays at this point. Third down and 9, LP at the Metamora 26-yard line. See if the Cavs can come up with a big play here.
They're just 1 out of 4 on third down so far.
Whitfield straight drop back. He's in trouble. Fumbles it. It's still on the turf. Looks like LP recovered.
I don't know. I think Metamora got it.
Wow, there was 3 Cavaliers there. You're right. Metamora did recover.
Yep. The ball, as he was going down, it looked like Whitfield had fallen near it.
Right.
And then the ball kind of just squirted out from underneath him. So he ends up losing about about 6 or 7 yards on the play, and now Metamora has a chance with 26.4 seconds to go and all of their timeouts remaining to try and put the ball go the other way with it.
6-0 LP with the first turnover of the evening. So watch number 7, please. And LP, I would almost think about double teaming number 7, Schwartz.
Yep.
And they're going to pass. There he is, or over the middle. Caught at the 40. Man, they run a lot of their offense around Solomon Schwartz.
He's a threat, there's no doubt.
Looks like Metamora figured they were going to try one play, and they're just letting it go. They're going to get one more play off. 10 seconds as they hurry to the line. 2nd down and 3. They throw it out to Schwartz, and he's hit hard. What a big-time hit there.
Loss on the play, and that's going to run out the clock right there.
That's one of the probably defensive play of the game so far. Caleb Burrell, a heck of an open field tackle on Schwartz, and that's how the first half ends. It's been a struggle offensively as far as the score goes. Both teams have gotten some yardage, but we played a half of football from Howard Fellows Stadium. Metamora leading your Cavaliers 6-0. We'll be back right after this on your home for LP football, 103.9 WLPO.
Basement windows and doors from Coolmaster. Stop in now and ask about Coolmaster's selection of Energy Star rated windows and doors. They'll help you reduce your energy consumption year-round. Invest in your biggest investment with help from Coolmaster. For a free estimate, call or visit the Suarez family at Coolmaster. They've been serving the Illinois Valley for more than 60 years on 2nd Street in downtown LaSalle. Coolmaster, the area's leader in window and door replacement.
An Illinois Valley tradition for sports continues on 103.9 WLPO. Star Block News, Talk, and Classic Rock.
Jeremy Aiken, Rick Sipovic back here at Howard Fellows Stadium as the Cavaliers trail Metamora 6-0. And welcome to our halftime show. And halftime show tonight brought to you by St. Margaret's Health. Stay on top of your game with help from St. Margaret's Health and Dr. Shin. He's the Illinois Valley's only doctor certified in both orthopedics and sports medicine. So just one score to tell you about, and it was a big-time pass play. A 54-yard touchdown pass from Connor Willerton to a streaking Solomon Schwartz. The kick was no good after a bad snap at 3:23. And that's it for the scoring in the first half. Metamora on top of LP 6-0. One turnover came late on LP's last drive of the half. Sean Whitfield fumbled the ball and recovered by Metamora. So there you go. Metamora not a single penalty in the first half. LP with a few. By the way, I should mention the freshman score was Metamora winning a close one over LP 14-6. I know near the end the freshman Cavs had it inside the Metamora 20, but the Redbirds turned them away. So Rick, you got some first half numbers again. Both teams have some yardage, but other than that one pass play, just being kept out of the end zone so far.
Exactly. As far as LP is concerned, they've rushed the ball for 146 yards already on some 25 carries. Leading rusher is Sean Whitfield with 13 carries and 87 yards. Matt Carrico, 11 carries for 55. They've only attempted 2 passes, have the Cavaliers. They're complete on one of them, that being a 12-yard hookup from Sean Whitfield to Trayvon Hunter. As far as the Redbirds are concerned, their leading rusher, it's kind of been spread out as far as that part of it's concerned. Ethan Petrie has 4 rushes for 20 yards. Connor Willerton, the quarterback, 4 carries for 25. And Garrett Taylor, 2 rushes for 36 yards. So 89 yards rushing for Metamora in the first half, but passing was the story for them, and maybe a little bit out of character. They were 5 out of 8 passing was Connor Willerton. For 85 yards. All of those receptions went to his number 1 guy, Solomon Schwartz, who has 5 catches for 85 yards and a touchdown so far in the ball game for Metamora. It was a scoreless first quarter here at halftime. Metamora with a 6-0 lead over LaSalle-Peru in a game that's living up to its billing.
Yeah, two solid teams, pretty even teams. The difference, one big pass play, Schwartz from Willerton, that went 54 yards to the house. And LP did win the coin toss. They deferred, so they will start with the ball here in the second half. You're listening again to the St. Margaret's Health halftime show. We'll take a break, and we'll come back with a Subway scoreboard update. Jeremy Aiken and Rick Sipovic from Howard Fellows Stadium on senior night, week 2 of the LP season. Cavaliers in a tussle with Metamora, 6-0. Back with more halftime breakdown after this on 103.9 WLPO.
World upside down. It's normal to feel overwhelmed and nervous about the future. Remember to take care of yourself both physically and mentally. St. Margaret's Center for Family Health in Princeton has a team of medical professionals that provide mental health services. If you're feeling anxious or depressed, need help with trauma or stress-related disorders, you're not alone. Call St. Margaret's Center for Family Health in Princeton today to make an appointment with one of their mental health providers, 815-915-8748.
Bill Walsh Automotives, a proud sponsor of tonight's Drive of the Game. While a great drive is important in football, Bill Walsh knows what you drive is crucial to your home team. From work and school to the big game, you need a dependable ride that will get you and your team where they need to be safely, on time, in comfort, and style. Find your perfect drive right now at BillWalsh.com. And keep listening for tonight's Drive of the Game. It's brought to you by Bill Walsh Automotive and BillWalsh.com, where you can find your next drive without doing any driving at all.
Eureka Savings Bank may be 136 years old, but we have the newest electronic banking services available. Hi, I'm Mike Porter. At Eureka, we are proud of our history, but even more excited about our future. You may already use our electronic banking products like mobile check deposit, electronic bill pay, and e-statements. And now as a Eureka customer, you have access to Google, Apple, and Samsung Mobile Pay from your smartphone with digital receipts for all your purchases. Visit Eureka online to see more. Eureka Savings Bank in LaSalle, Peru, Mendota, Oglesby, and Winona, member FDIC.
How can I make sure my office never stops working?
With Staples Connect, it's possible. I need to keep my back office stocked without messing up my bottom line. Also possible, because Staples Connect has your small business covered with big savings on everything you need. This week, earn 30% back in a Staples store bonus when you spend $85 on ink or $200 on toner. Explore what's new at your local Staples or staplesconnect.com. Staples Connect, the working and learning store. Limit 4 in-store only. Visit staplesconnect.com/store bonus for details. Ends 9/11.
Look, staying healthy isn't easy. Watching your diet, hitting the gym, avoiding stress. But a good night's rest helps boost your overall health and wellness. And it couldn't be easier. The new Sleep Number 360 Smart Bed senses and automatically adjusts to keep you both effortlessly comfortable. The result? You wake up ready for anything. Proven quality sleep is life-changing sleep. Don't miss our Labor Day weekend special where all smart beds are on sale. Save 50% on the new Sleep Number 360 limited edition smart bed. Plus free premium delivery ends Labor Day.
Tired of asking Mom and Dad for money? So are they. Well, McDonald's in Spring Valley, Princeton, and Mendota want to help. McDonald's has immediate openings for full and part-time positions on all shifts. Apply in person at the Spring Valley McDonald's on Route 6 in front of Powell High School, at the Princeton McDonald's on North Main just off I-80, or the Mendota McDonald's. Make sure you ask about all the benefits. Oh, and be sure to try one of their new crispy chicken sandwiches. Locally owned and operated, McDonald's is an equal opportunity employer.
Listen on FM 1039, AM 1220 with the free WLPO app, or ask your smart speaker to play 1039 WLPO. Star Block News, Talk, and Classic Rock.
Jeremy Aiken and Rick Sipovic back as we continue our St. Margaret's Health halftime show. The LP Marching Band on the field now. It's 6-0 Metamora with the lead over the Cavaliers. And time now for another Subway scoreboard update. Cavalier fans, visit your Subway in Peru, Spring Valley, LaSalle, Marseilles, and Oglesby. Enjoy a sandwich made with freshly baked bread and fresh ingredients right in front of your eyes. Subway, eat fresh. And partner,
when did they close, by the way? I haven't had supper yet. I was just wondering if they're going to be there on the way home.
That might be, 9 o'clock? Yeah, it's going to be tough.
Maybe they could just take one to my house and drop it in the mailbox.
If anybody out there is hearing Rick's plea right now, feel free to run over to Subway and have one waiting for him at his doorstep.
Oh, that would be great.
Wouldn't it?
Always is at Subway.
Eat fresh. You got some scores for us, partner?
I do. Here at halftime of the LP game, Cavaliers trailing at 6-0. Elsewhere, at the end of the third quarter, Mendota leads it over Riverdale 51-13. At halftime, Streeter 22, Ottawa 10. 8:37 remaining in the third quarter. Milledgeville 24, Amboy 6. At halftime, Marquette 28, Chicago Christian 8. And at the last report, Princeton led it over Orion 35-0. That game now underway in the third quarter.
All right, that is our Subway scoreboard update. Let's take a few seconds and listen in. And if you're watching at home, to the LP Marching Band here at Howard Fellows Stadium. Nice job, as always, by the LP Marching Band. Of course, the seniors for the marching band honored earlier tonight, along with the cheerleaders, the Cavaliers, and the LP football players, of course. 6-0, LP trailing Metamora right now.
I was a little surprised that I didn't get asked to go down to the field. I am a senior, by the way.
No, not that senior.
Oh, okay.
Did they give you a discount, the senior discount to get in tonight, right?
Yeah, they paid half of what I usually pay, which is nothing.
That's good. So, no, we're glad to have you. I know we've done quite a few games over the years. I don't know if we've ever, I bet we've done football at some point.
I don't recall.
I don't know. I know we've done some basketball before.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, glad to have you back on the football broadcast.
Oh, it's nice to be back for a night like this with two great football programs playing tonight. And LP has a few things to work out here in the second half, but nothing drastic. I mean, they've done okay. The field position was probably their biggest enemy in the first half. The two drives that they put together that they did a good job on, they just started deep in their own end. And that was really the determining factor on that. In fact, they started one drive at the 12 and another drive at the 7. They did a good job of moving the football, but just couldn't. They kind of ran out of gas when they got near the end zone.
So that's a story. Yeah, we're going to take a break and we'll talk. We'll huddle together here and come up with our official second half adjustment. The Cavaliers got to make an adjustment to try to bring this one home. This one's still up for grabs. Anybody's game, obviously. 6-0. Metamora with the lead. You're listening to the St. Margaret's Health halftime show on your home for LP Cavalier football. 103.9 WLPO. Back right after this.
For the latest Illinois Valley and Starved Rock Country news, go to starvedrock.media anytime. This week, it's Labor Day in the Time Warp.
It's going to be some weekend.
Pretty good party, eh? Woo! I like music!
You can relax. It's Labor Day weekend. I have to work. This week comes.
It's Time Warp this weekend on 103.9 WLPO, brought to you by Commercial Law.
In 2004, Dave Nanigay was looking for a way to honor the former high school in his hometown of Mineral, Illinois. He had stories from family members as well as facts and figures from various sources. And while going through yearbooks, he noticed a pattern. Not only had Mineral closed its doors, but some of the schools they played against in basketball, football, baseball, and track also closed their doors as well. That's when Nanigay created the website Illinois High School Glory Days. Over 1,160 schools are featured on the website, which debuted in January 2005. You'll find facts about the towns where these schools were located. The history of education in these communities is dealt with school songs, win-loss records, and names of famous alums from these schools. From Kaskaskia to Chicago, Galena, the Haven, Rock, and everywhere in between. Come check out IllinoisHSGloryDays.com. Remember, IllinoisHSGloryDays.com and Classic Hits 103.9 WLPO. Still hearing the school bells, even though the schools are gone.
When you open up your credit card bill, is it more like a romance or a scary movie? Change up the way you see your bill each month with Visa cards from Illinois Valley Credit Union. Get the Visa Classic card or the Visa Platinum card with rates starting as low as 9.9% APR with annual fees and a 25-day grace period. Enjoy the worldwide acceptance and convenience of Visa with the hometown service of Illinois Valley Credit Union. Get started today at ivcu.com. Illinois Valley Credit Union with locations in Peru and Princeton. Member ACUA.
There's a lot going on right now, and broadcasters are on the ground covering all of it, bringing you the weather, the traffic, and breaking news, all while entertaining you 24 hours a day. Someone needs to tell you what's going on around the world and in our hometown, and that someone is us. We are free radio. We are always there. We are broadcasters. Visit wearebroadcasters.com or text radio to 52886 to learn more. Furnished by NAB and this station.
The biggest games and the best matchups are on 103.9 WLPO. Star Block News, Talk, and Classic Rock.
Jeremy Aiken and Rick Sipovic back here as we continue our St. Margaret's Health halftime show, and both teams back on the field. We'll do about probably 3-4 minutes of warm-ups, and let's give you our second half adjustment. Tonight's second half adjustment is brought to you by Abacus Tax and Accounting Services. Keep your business winning with Abacus Tax and Accounting Services. Find out more at abacustaxsv.com. And it sounds like, Rick, we're going to figure our second half adjustment is pretty much what our key to the game was, and that is to not be one-dimensional offensively. LP's been able to run the ball, but they've only had one pass completion, and for them to win tonight, you got to think they got to find some success through the air.
Yeah, Sean Whitfield, when he has actually been able to drop back to pass, has had the posse coming after him because it's been in situations where they had to pass. It was
Right.
third down and long, fourth down in a couple of cases as well. And when that happens, it's pretty tough to complete a pass. And they had another ball that was dropped. They had one completion, one that was dropped that would have probably been a touchdown. And that was tough. But as far as the rest is concerned, don't give up the ship. You're doing okay. You made one mistake defensively, and it resulted in a touchdown. But you can go right back out and get that and get right back in the game. So I think it's okay for LP. They're in decent shape, but again, got to put a few more passes up. Look to pass a little earlier in the series.
Right. Yeah, where you're not, like Rick said, where they can bring the house when they know you're likely passing it. So that is our second half adjustment. Again, brought to you by Abacus Tax Service. 6-0, Metamora with the lead over the LP Cavaliers here at Howard Fellows Stadium on senior night. We're going to take one short break, and we'll come back, and we should be ready for the third quarter, the second half kickoff on your home for Cavalier football, 103.9 WLPO.
Well, if you're not careful, and sometimes no matter how careful you are, your car gets banged up due to an accident. If you've had an accident, LaSalle Body and Fender will help you score the best deal in auto body, fender, collision, and dent repair. LaSalle Body and Fender's been in the Illinois Valley providing excellent auto repair for 3 generations, and they work with all insurance companies. When your car gets banged up, call LaSalle Body and Fender, and you can call them for 24-hour towing, 223-0598.
Start your day with Rod and Tom, then get updates throughout the day on 103.9 WLPO. Star Block News, Talk, and Classic Rock.
We're back at Howard Fellows Stadium. We're ready for the second half here in moments.
I think they put 3 more minutes up back on the clock after the regular halftime clock runs down. I think by IHSA rules, you have to put 3 minutes back up to give time for the 2 teams to warm up.
So looking at the LP schedule again, we'll be back home next week, and it'll be the rivalry matchup, LP and Ottawa here at Howard Fellow Stadium in week 3. Then LP will stay at home the following week against Sandwich on September 17th, and then LP will hit the road and face likely state ranked at the time Sycamore in week 6. And then you got the 2 Woodstock schools, North here for homecoming, Woodstock High in week 7 at Woodstock, and then Morris October 15th, the last home game of the year, at least in the regular season. Obviously a goal would be to have a home playoff game, and then the wrap up of the regular season with a road trip to always tough Caneland in week 9. So
by the way, I want to thank you for this this really nice magnetic schedule for LP, but I didn't accept that in lieu of payment.
Yeah, very nice. Eureka Savings Bank partnering with Star Rock Media. And there were some that are left tonight at the box office here at Howard Fellow Stadium.
I got a sneaking suspicion those probably were gone rather quickly.
You can also check out any Eureka Savings Bank locations and check tomorrow if you want to stop by and ask them, as Rick mentioned, an LP magnetic schedule. It helps me, Rick, because I know where I'm supposed to be every Friday night, or else I'd probably forget.
People have wondered about you.
Yeah, they have.
Where's Jeremy supposed to be?
I think sometimes people would rather hope I show up at the wrong place in the wrong time.
I don't think that's the case.
Oh, I don't know. But, yeah, we got a homestand here with 3 straight home games, and this is the first, and obviously it'd be huge to come back and beat Metamora here at Howard Fellow Stadium. The Cavaliers are on the field ready for the second half kickoff. The Cavaliers will be going north to south on the good old radio dial here at Howard Fellow Stadium. Trayvon Hunter and Ozzie Hernandez back to return the kick. The last time Metamora had a kickoff, it went straight out of bounds for a penalty. That's Metamora's only penalty, I believe, of the night.
That's right.
Rick? Yeah.
And it's not, well, I guess it's a yardage penalty.
Right.
I think it's considered a 15-yard penalty.
Right.
Because normally a touchback would be at the 20, and they bring it out to the 35. So technically, I guess it is a penalty.
You're going to win a lot of games if you are as disciplined as Metamora has been here tonight. And they have won a lot of games over the years. Their head coach is Jared Grebner. Of course, LP head coach Jose Medina. There's been, the Cavaliers have fixed that up a little bit too. They had a lot of penalties last week. Not nearly as many this evening, and you would think it might be a week 1 type thing for a lot of teams.
Not any big ones either for LP. There's 5-yard penalties, 3 of them.
No big holding plays on the big run or a personal foul.
Oh, sure, you had to bring that up, didn't you?
Not yet, yes.
As the flag flies on the kick return.
So here we go. Here is the kickoff. It's another short one, and it's going to take a bounce at about the 15.
And out of bounds again.
Out of bounds. Hernandez let it go out, so LP will have a good starting field position.
Does go out of bounds once again.
So if there is one soft spot in this Metamora team, it is the kicking game. They missed their extra point, and both of their kickoffs have went out of bounds. So that may cost Metamora in a big game down the line.
I hope it costs them here, right on this drive.
Yeah,
here we go. I'm unabashedly pro-Cavalier here.
Of course, as we all are, as the Cavaliers looking to get this big crowd back into the game as they settle back into their seats after the St. Margaret's Health halftime show. First and 10.
Nice crowd out here tonight, too.
Oh, unbelievable. Very nice night. It's summer. Almost feels like fall, and it did pretty much all day with the overcast. And here we go. They're going to pass. Whitfield back, and he's going to be sacked. And there's the big boy, Wallace.
Yep. He just collapsed the middle. Wasn't anything fancy. He just came right up the gut and took down Whitfield for a big loss on the play, a loss of about 6.
So the Cavaliers heard Rick and said, you know what, we got to come out and try to at least throw the ball a little bit. But Metamora was waiting, and give the credit to their secondary as well, because Whitfield had nobody to throw to, and boy, LP's put in an early hole to start this opening drive.
Second down at about 16.
Second and 16 at their own 29-yard line. 11:15 to go in the third. 6-0 Metamora. Oh, LP calling for a timeout. Wow. So a rough start to this second half.
Wow.
A quarterback sack, and now a timeout having to be taken by LP. Oh, they didn't get it.
I don't think they got it, no.
So LP going backwards here.
This is not good. You get good field position to start your drive in the second half, and you get a 6-yard sack of the quarterback and now a 5-yard walk-off.
So second down and 21. The first down marker is at the 45 of LP. Whitfield goes up the middle, and they didn't get much back. Carrico.
No.
Metamora's crowd right back into this game as momentum is on their side right now.
Again, that was Wallace right on the bottom of the pile. They're having trouble moving him now.
Maybe a yard, if that.
Yep.
So third and long for the Cavaliers. It's 6-0 Metamora. As the Cavaliers getting the ball to start the second half. But third and 20.
LP just 1 out of 5 on third downs.
In motion is Story. Whitfield's going to keep it, and he cannot get loose from the Redbird defender, and he puts the ball down on the turf.
See if it was called down before that.
They have not indicated that he was down yet.
I think that Metamora may have the football.
Nope, LP keeps it. Oof. So Sean's got to take better care of the football. He had a fumble earlier, and he's limping a little bit. So the Cavaliers will go 3 and out to come out of the locker room. And guess who's one of the 2 returners back there is Solomon Schwartz. Also back is Caden Hartnett. Low snap, Shepard gets the kick away. It's a line drive. And a Metamora player will get it to 45, 50, and he's all the way down inside the LP 45-yard line. So they're going to mark it at the Cavalier 43. So
just a 28-yard punt.
Yeah, low line drive for Shepard. Cavalier defense going to have to go to work here as Metamora turned LP into a quick 3 and out on offense. And now their offense is right back on the field, 6-0. 9:43 to go here in this ball game, or in this third quarter.
Short field here for Metamora at the LP 42.
So so far the Redbirds have made some adjustments on the defensive side. LP tried to come out throwing, and it just went downhill from there. There's a handoff. Petrie, 35, churning ahead near the first down. Petrie, the big running back, out of first down. All the way down to the Cavalier 33, maybe the 32-yard line.
Yep, it looks like the 32. Gain of 11 on the play for Petrie. And he just kind of bounces off people. He keeps those legs churning, and Cavaliers are in some trouble right now. The momentum is clearly switched, and Metamora has gone back to their ground and pound here.
First and 10 to Metamora at the LP 33. Petrie the lone back. No wideouts in this set. And a quarterback keeper. And then he's going to go down. He could not get away from Murtis.
I don't even know if he got back to the line of scrimmage.
No. Nice job by Luke Murtis bringing the quarterback down at the line.
He got him from behind and kind of bulldogged him down, and no gain on the play.
Second down and 10 coming up. 6-0 Metamora on top in this week 2 battle. Now Metamora will spread things out with trips, 3 receivers to the left of Willerton.
Last time they ran this formation, they ended up running it right up the middle.
Yeah. Got to look for a screen maybe too to Schwartz, the receiver. There they go. Nope, they fake that, and they run to the outside.
Flag down on the play, I think.
Face mask?
Might be.
Murtis. Petrie tried to stiff arm Murtis, and I hope Luke didn't get a part of the face mask. If he did, I would think it'd be the 5-yard. Now LP's saying they're going to decline it. Maybe it was a hold. That first hold of the night.
It was a hold. I don't think you decline a 10-yard penalty here.
Well, initially I saw Jose.
I don't know.
Doing the universal.
They're going to take it.
Okay.
They're going to take that one. When you're deep in your own end already,
right? You
got to get some breathing room.
So it's a big
third penalty now against Metamora when you consider the 2 kicks that went out of bounds.
Yeah.
Third for 40 yards.
So the ball's now spotted at the Cavalier 43-yard line,
which is where this drive started initially.
Yeah. Metamora late in getting. They may have to take a timeout here.
Yeah,
they're running
game
up
clock's
to the line.
down to 5 already.
So they are discombobulated. They're going to get it off, though.
They did.
There's a quick pass to Schwartz. Breaks a tackle and gets inside the 40. He is tough to get.
They'll give him that one.
Yeah, just a quick hit to Schwartz.
He gained probably about 5 on the play, make it 6.
Have they? I don't know if they've thrown to another receiver, have they?
They have not.
Yeah, he's been the guy in a lot of just quick hits.
6 catch for 91 yards.
Wow.
And like he's going to go over 100 here tonight.
So this is a must-stop for LP here.
Yeah.
3rd and 15. This will be a backbreaker if you give up a first down here.
Metamora 1 out of 3 on 3rd down efficiency so far tonight. With 7:20 to go here in the 3rd.
3rd and 15 for the Redbirds. See if LP can put a little pressure on the quarterback. That late snap, and he's running.
He's got a lot of room now.
Throwing, he's got a guy, and somehow Schwartz got open into the end zone.
37 yards for the touchdown.
Wow.
And he came from the opposite side of the field. He was wide out on the left and scraped all the way across, and Willerton was able to keep the play alive with his legs and then hit him on a slant pattern, and there was nobody near him. 37 yards and another Metamora touchdown.
So the quarterback kept it alive just long enough, and there was Schwartz, as Rick mentioned, came all the way across the field. You had to know he was going to him.
Yep.
And he credit him. He made the play and turned the corner and went in pretty much untouched for the 37-yard touchdown catch at 7:03 here in the 3rd.
4 plays and 43 yards on the touchdown.
Metamora will go for 2.
Now they have to take a timeout. They didn't have enough players on the field.
12-0 Metamora over the Cavaliers. 7:03 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Just 2 big pass plays.
There's a timeout on the field.
And it was 3rd and long. And the 2 quarterbacks hook up again. Willerton and Schwartz for Metamora. Man, Schwartz has been unbelievable here tonight. He goes 5'11", 165, so not physically imposing by any means.
No, they're both about the same size, but
very shifty.
Schwartz and Willerton, both about the same size.
A timeout taken by Metamora on the 2-point conversion attempt. 12-0 Redbirds over the Cavaliers. We'll have a scoreboard Subway scoreboard update here momentarily, as I'm sure some of our games might be heading into the 4th quarter at this point. We got a late start here because of senior night festivities. I know it's still kind of weird to say that in week 2.
Haven't really got any updates since halftime here.
All right. So we're out of the timeout.
Here's a couple. Morton leads it over Galesburg tonight, 19-14. That's in the 3rd.
Wow, a 2-point conversion. He lunged forward. Did Willerton, and he got just barely enough. They gave it to him. So the run is good. So it is 14-0 Metamora. We'll keep it right here. 7:03 to go in this 3rd quarter. So the Cavaliers offense has got to get something going, as it's now a 2-possession football game with 7:03 to go in the 3rd.
Some other scores from around the area. Rochelle leading it over Herscher tonight, 20-15. That's in the 3rd quarter. As we said, Morton leading it over Galesburg, 19-14 in the 3rd. And Morris 21 and Antioch 7. That's in the last reported in the 2nd quarter. For some scoreboard updates for you.
Thanks a lot, Rick. As it's an interesting Antioch playing Morris.
Well, you know what?
There.
Morris has been good for a long time, and they have a lot of trouble finding people who play them.
I don't doubt that. They had the big rivalry game last week against Coal City. That's like Ottawa and Streeter for those 2 teams. And there's a short kick. Ozzie Hernandez breaks a couple tackles.
Nice job.
Yeah, run back by Hernandez.
That ball was kicked very high, and it hit the turf in front of Hernandez and took a high bounce. And he grabbed it right about the 20-yard line, and with a lot of white jerseys coming right at him, and was able to chug ahead, bounce off a couple of people, and ended up just short of the 35-yard line where LP will take over. Make it to 33.
14-0. The Cavaliers trail Metamora. 6:57, plenty of time to go in this ball game.
Yep. Need to score on this drive.
Yeah.
LP really needs to get something going just to prove to themselves that they can.
There is a handoff. That's not a good start. Carrico bottled up
You got to go to a different bag of tricks now. Metamora has made their defensive adjustments here at halftime, and 1 and 2 are Whitfield and Carrico. Let's take them out of the game. Carrico got absolutely nothing on that one. That's his 13th carry. He has 56 yards.
Walker comes out. Trayvon Hunter in offensively for the Cavs. Let's see if they go to the air. 2nd down and 10 at their own 33.
Still in that really tight formation, though.
In motion is Hunter. Whitfield's going to do the pitch to Trayvon. Trayvon turns it in. 35-40. He could go all the way. He turns on the burners. 30-20 touchdown. Trayvon Hunter.
67 yards for Hunter, and he got it on the jet sweep, ran it from right to left in the LP formation. We talked about that LP having everybody in tight. Well, the Metamora defense sucked in as well, and when he broke the corner, there was no contain, and he races 67 yards. We said LP needed something to happen.
Wow.
Well, Trayvon made it happen on that 67-yard touchdown run for the Cavaliers.
Hunter, once he got open, man, did Trayvon turn on the burners. Metamora was not going to catch Trayvon Hunter. Let's see if Shepard can convert a PAT. LP went for 2 on 3 of their 4 scores last week. There's a snap. The hold is down. The kick is up, and it looks good. By the way, that LP touchdown is brought to you by Town & Country Services, doing whatever it takes 24/7, plumbing, electric, heating, and cooling for over 100 years. Go to townandcountryservices.com to find out more. And that is a Financial Plus Credit Union extra point. They belong to you, and that's the plus at Financial Plus Credit Union in Peru, Ottawa, Mendota, Morris, and Diamond. Wow. Right back into the game as LP. The fan base is as well. 67 yards. An electrifying run by Trayvon Hunter on the pitch from Whitfield. And we got ourselves a 14-7 game now.
I don't know if you noticed that, but you could just kind of hear that. Oh, boy. It was coming from the opposite side.
Yeah.
It was almost like a giant gasp from the far sideline. And then this near sideline where the LP fans are just erupted. And that was a quick one. I tell you what, he was off to the races.
Yeah, Hunter Metamora is probably like, where did that come from? Because Trayvon, did he even have a carry in the first half?
He did.
He caught a pass.
I mean, I have to double check that.
I mean, he wasn't much of a
part of anything, really.
There's a short kick, and LP with some nice coverage. And now you see a lot of pep in the LP step all of a sudden.
Right. It's amazing how things like that can flip the switch.
Right.
Trayvon didn't touch the ball in the first half at all.
Unbelievable. So, yeah, Metamora is probably like, did they bring this kid in the second half? But no, Trayvon's been there. And 67-yard touchdown run. I remember back in 2019 when Trayvon was a sophomore, he had a huge touchdown reception in the playoffs against Rochester, and it was a lot like that, where once he got out in the open, there weren't really anybody in the opposing team that was going to catch up to him.
Well, he's definitely got some quicks. There's no doubt about it.
There's Petrie off left tackle. Man, is he running hard. Puts his head down and gets a first down. That's a
13-yard pickup right there, and that was nothing fancy. That was just old-fashioned. Let's punch you in the mouth and see what we can do with it right here.
Mason Lynch, who goes 160, stood in there and brought Petrie down, but that's a heck of an answer for Metamora, and they quiet the LP crowd at least momentarily. 1st and 10 out at the 40 of Metamora. 14-7 game. Here is Petrie again. This time he gets about 5 off left tackle.
They're going to ride that pony for a while,
as they should, until
LP can prove that they can't do it anymore.
And Petrie becomes even tougher to bring down as you get later in the game. You get tired. 2nd down and 5, like a battering ram.
He is.
Now you got to watch a quick pass play though, and please somebody watch number 7 here. 2nd down and 5. And the quarterback's going to keep it. Turns the corner.
They had him that time.
Down at the 45-yard line.
That was a tackle up high. It almost worried about whether they got him by a face mask, but apparently not.
Chris Swain with a heck of a tackle there. He's likely going to be an all-conference type linebacker for the Cavs.
That's a loss of a yard on the play.
So 3rd down and 5. Here we go. LP
big play again,
forcing Metamora into a 3rd down.
They're 2 out of 4 in 3rd down tries.
Here we go. Trips right, and guess who? Schwartz is the inside receiver. LP's giving him a lot of cushion. And they're looking, and it's intercepted at the 50, the 40, 35. Chris Swain down in the 30. That time, Rick, I think they telegraphed it to Schwartz.
They didn't look anyplace else.
Nope.
He ran that little inside curl route and then tried to sit down and get the ball down to him low, and they just played the quarterback eyes that time.
That is the definition of going to the well one too many times. As Rick said, Willerton was looking all the way to Schwartz. Chris Swain read the quarterback's eyes. The senior linebacker with a huge play for the Cavaliers and a nice run, by the way, after the interception.
Very nice. Brought the ball down to about the 29-yard line. So LP gets the football back.
14-7, 4:30 to go in the third. The Cavaliers at the Metamora 29-yard line. In motion is Walker. Whitfield gives it to Carrico, and he's going to be hogtied from behind. Got a little push from the line, maybe a yard or two. Looks like just 1 yard.
You can't keep doing the same thing and expect it to work. I mean, they've figured that play out. They've taken it away. You gained about a half a yard on the play. You give them a yard, but still, you can't keep doing that on first down and put yourself behind the 8 ball.
Second down and 9 for the Cavs. 4 minutes to go here in the third. 14-7 the score. Robleski and Hernandez the wideouts. Carrico behind Whitfield. And they give it back to Carrico, and Matt gets maybe a yard or two off right tackle. Oh, there's a flag on the far side of the field. Let's see if it goes against the Cavs. Illegal motion on LP.
They'll probably decline the penalty.
Yeah.
They gave up about another yard is all on that play, so they make it third down and long.
And they're waiting to see. Looks like they're moving LP back. Yeah, I think that's a break for LP.
I kind of do too.
It's second and 14. I understand that, but I'd rather have the extra crack at it.
Yeah, right now the extra down means more than the 5 yards probably.
Second and 14 for the Cavs. They're back at the Metamora 34-yard line. Clock running at 3:30 now in the third. And Whitfield straight drop back. He's got time. Throwing towards the end zone, up for grabs. Oh, and there was a big collision. Robleski and Trayvon Hunter both there.
Somebody messed up because you had 2 receivers in the same spot on the field, and that allowed Metamora to get the extra defensive back over there. And to tell you the truth, I'm not sure who it was even intended for, because Hunter and Robleski were side by side.
Looked like Robleski got his hands on it. But they were bunched up, and like Rick said, it allowed the Redbird defenders to knock the ball down, put a hit on Robleski and Hunter.
Yeah. LP in 4-down territory here, but they're just 1 out of 6 on third downs tonight.
Well, and here's Malik Madrigal, who's a big 6'3" receiver back out there. LP got away with it again.
Yeah, they did.
And they run up the middle with Carrico.
And he gets the first down.
No, they didn't get away with it.
They didn't get away with it. That was definitely 2 men in motion there.
And it was the official in front of the Metamora sidelines.
Well,
but it was a penalty, no doubt.
Yeah, there's no doubt there. So LP does not get the break there.
No.
They continue to shoot themselves in the foot here with their 6th penalty for 30 yards. Yeah. All 5-yarders, but eventually those things start to add up, and they take you again way out of field position here. Now you're back to the 39-yard line, and you have to get to the 19, so it's going to be third down and 20.
And I think, Rick, and I'm not a coach, and as Rod would say, never going to be one, but if you don't get much here, I think I would punt and try to pin him down here. But
the only problem you have at this point, you're starting to run out of time. Time's becoming a factor in possessions.
Whitfield pass. He has a man on the flat. Hunter, 30. Trayvon, 25. Cannot break loose, but
close. It makes it fourth down and manageable now. It's going to be fourth down at about 2 or 3.
So Trayvon Hunter becoming a big player here.
About 2, yeah. It's 18-yard pickup.
Got Trayvon out in the flat, and a nice toss by Whitfield. So now the Cavaliers right outside the red zone. 4th down and 2. Here's the play of the game so far. I'd see a little hard count coming, wouldn't you, Rick?
I would think I'd try it.
Yep, try it.
And then get it. If you can't get it, then you just take a timeout.
Yeah. Let's see what the Cavaliers got in mind here. 4th and 2. Whitfield under center, quarterback keeper.
I think he's got it.
Gets a push off the left side. Let's see.
He got a push in the back, too.
The Reggie Bush push.
The Bush push might have been enough.
Ooh, it's going to be close. He needed 2. Metamora's coaches are saying no. Uh-oh.
Not a very generous mark there at all for LP.
No, it looks like he's short of the 19.
They're going to measure, but I don't think he's got it.
Oh, could be inches short.
It looked like he had a bigger push up front.
Yeah.
But they must have said that his knee touched down back just over the 20. He'd have to get close to the 19. And I think he's going to be probably about the length of the football short here.
So the chain gang comes out on the field for the first time tonight. And,
oh, boy.
He is short. Yep.
Yep. Not even the length, about half a length of football.
So Metamora gets the benefit of the doubt on the spot. 4th and 2, and Whitfield got about 1.5 yards. So turnover on downs, and Metamora will take it over at their own 21-yard line. Or actually inside the 20.
Yeah, but the 19.
So we'll see if the Cavalier defense, though, can come up with another play here. It's 14-7. Still a whole quarter and change to play in this one. 2:08 in the third. There wasn't much scoring at all in the first half. This third quarter has included, man, every scoring play has been big yardage-wise. 54, 37, and 67 as far as the yardage goes. I think they're still, Metamora's bringing in their choice of footballs here. Throwing the LP1 out to the sideline.
Boy, that couldn't have been any closer to being a first down, I'll tell you that.
No argument from the LP side on the spot. 1st and 10 coming up for the Redbirds.
Might be able to get a scoreboard update for you here shortly.
Right. And they're going to go to Petrie, and he didn't get much anywhere.
Less than 1 yard.
That was Trayvon Hunter. Trayvon definitely, I would say, Rick, is our leading candidate at this point.
Player of the game.
For our player of the game. Didn't really mention him at all in the first half.
Yep.
So no gain on the play.
Gain.
Nice tackle by Trayvon Hunter. Trayvon playing an outside linebacker spot for the Cavaliers.
It's not because he's that big. It's just because he's that quick. And he's got a nose for the ball.
So it's 2nd down and 10 for Metamora. And it's going to be a run right up the middle, and not much there. Petrie with the run, boxed up by the Cavaliers. On the bottom of the pile for LP was Will Doherty.
Yeah, a gain of just 1 yard on the play. So 3rd down 9 coming up. But this is a big play for LP. If you can force them to punt from deep in their own end, you'll get good position.
Doherty's been doing a nice job on the D-line tonight. So 3rd down and 9 for Metamora.
Where is number 7?
Yeah,
that's what I would be worried about if I was LP right here.
Although LP's last play may be a little gun shy now. Metamora's taken their sweet
They really
time.
are.
Yeah.
They really are. But remember, last time they just came running up just like they do now and get themselves ready to go rather quickly.
Trips to the left. 3rd and 9 coming up. It's a straight quarterback keeper. I think we got a false start on Metamora.
See if did they blow the play dead before it happened? Because otherwise LP stopped them.
They did blow the play dead. So that'll be a 3rd and 14. Looked to be a straight quarterback keeper there.
4th penalty against Metamora now for 45 yards.
We're down to 39 seconds in the third. Metamora with the lead. LP needs a stop here, get the ball back.
You wonder how big of a chance they're going to want to take deep in their own end here.
Yeah, they look conservative on that play call.
Well, they got picked off last time.
Right. And they are going to run just straight up the middle with the quarterback.
Nothing
nice
there.
Job. Nice play by Chris Swain. He's been a standout on defense with that interception. Only a couple yards, and that's going to be the last play.
Gain of only about 3 on the play.
So we're in for a fantastic finish here at Howard Fellows Stadium. We've played 3 quarters, 2 really good teams in Class 5A matching up early on. It's Metamora 14, LP 7, but the Cavaliers likely to get the football back after these messages on 103.9 WLPO.
Shambles, that's right. Your house and that ugly mold growing on your siding. It's a big job, and the Illinois Valley Clean Team can pressure wash it for you, and not just your house. Ivy Clean Team will pressure wash your concrete sidewalks, driveways, and even your fence. Call Ivy Clean Team for a free estimate at 228-5273 or go to ivycleanteaminc.com. Let them do the dirty work for you and make your house look like new. Illinois Valley Clean Team, creating free time for busy people since 2008.
Sometimes in the business world, big or small, it's good to have a second set of eyes watching over your dream investment. That's what Abacus Tax and Accounting Services do year-round. From new business setup, payroll processing, QuickBooks setup, and of course taxes. Abacus Tax and Accounting Services works with local businesses just like yours. After all, Abacus Tax and Accounting Services is a locally owned dream investment. Let Tricia and her dream team keep you winning in today's business world. Find out more at abacustaxsv.com.
If Tom Petty, Bob Seeger, and John Mellencamp are some of your favorite players, stick around after the game. 103.9 WLPO, Star Block News, Talk, and Classic Rock.
There for Metamora, but it does take a Redbird bounce. Mr. Everything, Solomon Schwartz, took his time and got the punt away.
36-yard punt, no return for LP. Here's a scoreboard update for you. Plano leading it over Mantino tonight in the third quarter, 21-0. It's Geneseo 31 and Sandwich 7. That game is in the third quarter. Update on Streeter and Ottawa, 28-16. Streeter leads Ottawa. That's in the fourth quarter. And Rochelle now trails Herscher 29-27. That game is in the fourth quarter as well. Have a couple more scores for you right after this play.
First and 10 LP at their own 42-yard line. 14-7 is the score. Whitfield going to run the option. Sean is brought down by the big guy, Wallace, at about the 44. So give Whitfield 2 yards on the option keeper. So that time they did not go with Carrico on first down. They went with Whitfield, and just 2 yards on the carry. Wind picking up a little bit now.
It is.
Yeah. Not quite hot chocolate weather yet.
No, I don't think so.
That'll be here soon enough.
Princeton beat Orion tonight by a final score of 45-7, and Bureau Valley beat Sherrard. We'll get a score on that one a little bit later on.
Pitch play to Walker. Corey down the sideline. 40, 35, gets a block. 30, 25 inside the 20. So they ran the same play, Rick, that they did with Trayvon Hunter, but they switched up with Corey Walker, and that's the first time we've called Walker's number tonight.
37-yard pickup on that one. Wow.
So LP finding some success, well, a lot of success on the outside. With the pitch play. Yep.
They're overplaying to the inside, and as a result, that's what you get.
Just like that, LP back in the Illinois Valley Credit Union red zone. First and 10 Cavaliers at the Metamora 19-yard line. 10:45 to go in the ball game. Whitfield under center, Walker in motion. Whitfield keeps it on the option, and Sean spins ahead. Gets it inside the 15, down about the 12, 13-yard line of Metamora.
Nice pickup on first down, gain of about 6 or so.
Yeah, you'll take that on first down, just outside the Metamora 12. Second down and a short 3. Or I guess a short 4, long 3, whichever way you want to look at it. Either way, the Cavaliers deep into the red zone. 14-7 the score. About 10 minutes to go in this ball game. What a game it's been.
Boy, LP really needs this one.
Yep.
You're down this deep. You got to get it in the end zone.
Whitfield, oh, that was a broken play, and he's going to be taken for a loss.
It's like they had a little trouble with the exchange from center. He just didn't get it quickly enough, and by the time he did, they were on top of him and knocked down for a loss on the play.
Loss of about 2, back to the 14.
That hurt. You get any yards at all on that down, you're in pretty good shape. Now you're on third down and They're down about 5. It's a big difference. This is where the yardage gets pretty hard to get.
Yep, shorten up of the field. 3rd and 5 LP at the 14 of Metamora. Trayvon Hunter goes in motion. Trayvon's going to get the pitch. He's in trouble, going to switch fields, and going to be brought for a big-time loss.
Oh, boy.
That was
there was nothing there for him.
Gabe Meinert.
They saw him come in the game, and they recognized the play from earlier. And when you're in a short field like that, that jet sweep is really tough to run.
Huge loss.
Yeah.
About 8 yards.
Loss of about 8, and that's unfortunate.
4th and 13 now for LP. They'll go for it.
Cavaliers are 1 out of 1 on 4th down, but this will be a miracle.
Whitfield dropping back, looking towards the end zone, and it is dropped, incomplete, out of the hands. It was one-on-one coverage, just couldn't haul it in.
Yeah, he was open.
Yeah, the intended receiver looked like Robleski.
Yep, it did.
So Metamora holds.
Thrown a little bit behind him, but that I'm sure if you ask him, Tyler would tell you I should have had that one.
So 1st and 10, turnover on downs. Cavaliers defense needs to step up again here and get the ball back to the offense. 8:35 to go.
Time's becoming a factor now.
Cavs have 3 timeouts. The Redbirds have 2. Bunch formation here. Actually, Metamora has given LP a little of their own medicine with this formation. And a quarterback keeper off left tackle. Luke Murtis with a nice tackle, but a nice gain by Willerton out to about the 28, 5-6 yards on that carry. 14-7 is the score. Metamora gonna, you would think, take their time now.
Oh, sure. They're not in any hurry at all. You've got the ball, you've got the lead, and the clock is down near 8 minutes.
2nd down and 4 coming up for Metamora. And here is Petrie going to be hit in the backfield.
That's not where he belongs, running wide.
Luke Murtis.
He's a between the tackles kind of back, and when you get him to the outside, that's not where his strength lies.
So that's a big tackle for a loss. And 2-yard loss, so that sets up Metamora with a 3rd and about 6. 3rd and 5.
Quick scoreboard update for you. Marquette 40, Chicago Christian 8. That's at the end of 3rd. And as we said, Streeter 28, Ottawa 16, with an 8.5 to go in that ball game.
So here we go. LP needs a stop. 3rd and 5. 3 receivers to the right of Willerton. 1 to his left. He's going to pass. Throwing deep over the middle, and it is incomplete.
Wow. That was almost a completion.
Diving for it.
What an effort. I think that was Schwartz again.
No, they actually threw to a different guy, 33, TJ Rising. Yeah, what effort, and he may have got the wind knocked out of him.
If he would have caught that, that would have been the highlight of the year.
Yeah, he's shaken up. He might have came down on the football.
Yeah.
Great effort by that Metamora receiver.
Yeah, they're going to have to punt the football here.
Yep, so LP, and not much time came off the clock.
Better keep an eye on Schwartz. He's the punter.
Yeah,
I don't think that they'd run a fake deep.
No, you would not think so.
But he takes a long time to get rid of the football. So if you rush the passer, you got a chance.
And he's kicking into a little bit of a wind here. And, he fumbled it. 45 catches it. Did Lynch. Oh, Lynch is hammered down, but he held on to the ball. And
30-yard punt.
Yep. LP is going to have really good starting field position at their own 48-yard line. So the LPD did the job.
They did. They get the ball back in good field position here, and with 7 minutes to go, and they've got plenty of time to put one in the end zone.
3 timeouts for the Cavs. Exactly 7 minutes to go in this ball game. 14-7 Metamora over LP. An instant classic type football game here, and let's see if we have a great finish for the Cavaliers.
Got that bunch formation again for LP.
Whitfield's going to keep it, and nothing there. He was going to run the option and turned it in and got nothing. Got back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
I haven't seen LP run a pitch out of that formation yet. And if they've got that play, this might be the time to do it. No gain on the play. That's the 20th carry for Sean Whitfield in this game for 86 yards.
Yeah, his 4.6, he's had to earn every yard. 2nd down and 9. They give him 1 on that carry. Whitfield straight drop back pass, looking over the middle, has a man. Hernandez catch at the 25-yard line of Metamora. Ozzie Hernandez.
Out of bounds at the 24.
So we call Ozzie's name for the first time tonight.
Yeah, 26-yard hookup.
He had a big touchdown catch in the spring season against Plano. So he's capable of making a big play. And how about that? Whitfield, nice touch to Hernandez. First down, LP at the Metamora 24. Our second half adjustment, Rick, was getting some passing in there.
And they did it, and they did it early in the series too. They didn't wait to do it on 3rd and long.
And this time they go back to Carrico. Matt runs into a wall.
That's just something that hasn't been there the whole second half.
Yeah, it was going pretty good at the beginning.
The first half he was great, and even towards the end of the second quarter he was having trouble getting much yardage. No gain. Yeah.
2nd and 10. We're halfway through the 4th quarter.
Carrico now 15 carries for some 57 yards.
So it's been tough sledding for Carrico tonight. 2nd and 10 coming up for LP. Let's see if they go back to the air. Yep, they will. Whitfield straight drop back. Sean's got plenty of time. Not anymore. Throws it up for grabs.
They could call it for grounding on that one. There was,
or he threw it towards the sideline.
There was not a green jersey in the area.
Oh, there is a flag there.
There it is.
Yeah. Sean reacted.
That's down in distance right there.
There was no Cavalier defender anywhere near, and there was a Redbird defender. Thankfully, didn't go into the breadbasket of a Metamora defender.
Yeah. But then it also puts LP with their backs against the wall here now again.
Yeah. 3rd down and long. 3rd and 15. They need to get to the 14 for a first down. So they do have 2 cracks at it, though. That's one way to look at it.
Yep.
Robleski and Hunter are the wideouts. Carrico in the backfield. And Whitfield a straight drop back. He's got time. Throwing to Trayvon in the corner. Overthrew Hunter, incomplete.
Overthrew him by about a step. He was right in the corner of the end zone, and if anybody was going to catch it, it was Trayvon. He had to throw it out there long in order to keep it from being picked.
So clock stops at 5:22 to go.
I'd like to see him run that same play and just drag somebody right behind him, because he's drawing all the defense out of that area.
Unfortunately, looks like Trayvon's going to come into this. Oh, no, he's staying in.
He's getting the play, I think.
Yeah. Thought maybe he was coming out. So 4th and 15. See what
this could be the ball game at this point.
See what the Cavalier offense has in their bag of tricks here. Robleski and Hunter are the wideouts. Whitfield under center. Man, straight drop back. He's got a pocket throwing towards the end zone. Well overthrown of Robleski. Yeah. Out of the back of the end zone. And LP will have a turnover on downs. So they're going to have to ask for the defense again to stop Metamora. LP's had chances here in the 4th quarter to try to get this game back to at least a tie. 5:15 to go. As things get quiet again on the LP side. On the LP side of the field.
Been a fun game to watch, I'll tell you that.
So Metamora is huddling up. They got to. Boy, there's 15 seconds. They're just now breaking their huddle.
Yeah.
I think Metamora is going to have to call a timeout. They would rather not. 9. Well, they may get set up here.
You don't have to milk the clock when the clock's not running.
There's a straight quarterback keeper, and he's got some running room, breaking some tackles.
First down.
Yep, out past the 40. That's a big run by their quarterback, Connor Willerton.
Gets them out of their deep part of their territory and out over the 40 to about the 42, so a gain of 13.
So a huge back-breaking run by Willerton. It looked like Metamora was maybe not even going to get the playoff in time, and then they turned it into a big first down run by the quarterback, a straight quarterback keeper. He just took the snap and ran behind his big guys.
10th first down of the game for Metamora. LP has 11 in that category.
Be about 4:45 to go when this ball is snapped. And they go with a new running back there off the right side. It was Garrett Taylor, and he got 1 or 2 yards in the carry. Maybe 1.
Yep, mark it for 1. He played a little bit early in the game.
Yeah, I was looking to see if
hadn't been in there since.
If Petrie was out there, maybe he's injured. I'm not sure. He's
might be just getting a little blow.
Yeah, he's their top back. Counting down to 4 minutes to go in this game. 14-7, Metamora over LP. Again, Metamora late getting out of the huddle, but again, they're wanting to milk the clock. 2 receivers to the right of Connor Willerton. And there goes Willerton right up the middle.
Same play,
first
same
down.
results.
Yep. Got some blocks and gets the first down. Oh, that's huge because now you get a fresh set of downs. And
another 13-yard run just like the last time.
Some LP fans maybe heading for the exits now. They got 3 timeouts. Now you have to start using the timeouts if you're LP.
Yep.
After this next play gets ran.
So Metamora has just 2 timeouts remaining, although it's probably not going to be a factor.
No. First and 10 coming up for Metamora. I need a turnover here. There's Petrie. Or no, that's again Garrett Taylor. Gets a couple yards. For Metamora, they just want to make sure to hold on to the football.
Say they just don't want to turn it over. They don't care about much of anything else.
So LP not using a timeout yet. It'll be about 2.5 minutes to go in the ball game here when Metamora snaps the ball.
This will be the 39th play of the game for Metamora offensively. LP has run 48. But the big number is on the scoreboard here.
Yep. 14-7, Metamora with the lead. And quarterback's going to throw, and he's sacked. Murtis with the sack, and now LP will use a timeout.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, they were going to pass, maybe try going for the jugular there.
Well, they had single coverage on the far side, and I think they were going to try and just see if they could put it away by doing that.
Luke Murtis with a big sack for the Cavaliers.
And the ball's all the way back to the 49-yard line of Metamora.
Timeout LP. They need to get to the LP 34, so 3rd and 17. Thereabouts coming up for Metamora. LP with 2 timeouts, Metamora with 2. Exactly 2:30 to go in the ball game.
That was an 8-yard loss.
Tried a little bit of a play action there, and Murtis was
actually a 9-yard loss on the play.
Murtis was in the backfield in a hurry for LP.
Another scoreboard update for you. St. Pete 15, Erie Prophetstown 13.
Wow.
Shaver kicked a 25-yard field goal on the very last play to pull out the game for St. Pete.
Yeah, what a win for Coach Eustace and the Bruins.
Milledgeville 24, Amboy 12. That's a final now.
So St. Bede moves to 2-0 on the young season.
Yep.
3 receivers to the right. Metamora.
If they pass the ball, I'll be the most surprised person.
Or they just try just a quick pass to Schwartz and see if he can do something. Up quarterback keeper
out of that.
They spread LP out, and he gets it inside the 40.
Gets a bunch of it back.
Oof. Boy, this is tempting if you're Metamora.
Oh, they'll probably go for it on 4th, I would think.
Yeah, because if you get
he's going to use more time on the clock.
Down to the LP 39-yard line.
He gained 10 on that play. That was the 12th carry for Willerton. Now he has 58 yards rushing.
And he's had some big carries here in the fourth quarter.
Has. He has not let the ball out of his hands much.
He's really been their go-to guy just to keep the chains moving. and keeping the ball on the ground. Yeah, Metamora is going to go for it.
Or are they going to try and just see if they can get LP to jump?
Yeah, stay at home if you're LP. Oh, Metamora will call a timeout now.
They were just trying to draw LP off, I think.
So the clock stops with 1:41 to go.
Metamora down to 1 timeout now.
4th and 5 for the Redbirds at the Cavalier 39-yard line. We'll be back home next week against Ottawa.
If Metamora decides they're going to punt this football, LP's got to get somebody deep to try and run this back. They can't do what they've done before and just let the ball bounce around.
Take time off,
and take, get the ball back at the 10-yard line. They've got to hope that they can break somebody like Hunter back there and see if he can get one down the sideline.
We talked about it. The thing that scares you is the punter for Metamora is Solomon Schwartz.
Yep, and he's on the field now. Looks like he might. Well, I think they're going to go ahead and go for it. I guess they don't want to take the chance of having a bad snap from center.
Yeah, they're lining up to go for it. 4th and 5. This is the ball game right here. If Metamora converts, this game's over. They're going to run the quarterback keeper, and he's going to be brought down. Nice job. First man in was Will Doherty for the Cavs.
No gain on the play, maybe a loss of 1.
So here we go. LP's got to go to the air because there's simply not enough time really to run their traditional offense of smash mouth football.
Yeah, they do have timeouts remaining.
Yep. It's what you wanted, at least a chance.
Again, the measuring stick was see how you could compete against a big-time program like Metamora, and Cavaliers have answered the bell in this one.
So let's see if they can get a big-time finish. They're down a touchdown. They have the ball at their own 39-yard line. See if the senior Sean Whitfield can make a big play here.
I just don't like this tight formation to try and pass out of.
Whitfield in trouble. He's running, going to run, and gets it out to midfield.
Got to take a timeout.
And he's in bounds. Going to be about a yard short of the first down.
Well, they're not going to use a timeout here. They've got 3 of them.
Oh, there they did. Whitfield had the...
But you let about 6 or 7 seconds tick off the clock.
Yeah. Second down.
Whitfield did what he had to do. He tucked it in and got what he could, gained about 8.
We're down to 1:20 now in the game.
In the fourth quarter now. Streeter 28, Ottawa 23 with 2:39 to go.
So that's turning into a instant classic there in that rivalry. You had a feeling that would be a down to the wire close game.
But Ottawa hasn't won very many games in the last few years. They won. I think they won last week. Didn't they?
They did. Yep, they got a win.
Chicago schools.
They beat, I believe, Sandwich.
Sandwich.
Okay. Suburban Chicago, right? Sandwich. Second down and 2 coming up for LP. One timeout left for the Cavs. Closing in on 10 o'clock here. It's 14-7, LP trailing Metamora. Second down and 2 from the Cavalier 46.
You need to run something that you can get the first down, get out of bounds.
Back in action. Whitfield straight drop back. Sean looking, throwing deep, and overthrows Robleski.
He was wide open in the flats, and he just threw it over his head.
This will be 3rd down and 2. So it's tempting to run because you only need 2 yards.
Well, you may get to the point where you have to do that just to get a fresh set. This might be the time to do it.
The clock is stopped. Only 5 seconds came off the clock there.
I think just run a sweep to the near sideline and get them out of bounds. Get your couple yards to get out of bounds. Don't run that jet sweep that takes forever to develop.
And they're going to pitch it to Hunter. Trayvon's got the first down or more. 50, 45, 40, 35, 30. Inside the Metamora 30-yard line. First down and a lot more for Trayvon Hunter. Good call, partner. The pitch to Hunter. Clock stops as the chains will move. 1st and 10 LP at the 28 of Metamora. Hunter's been big time player here in the second half of the Cavs. Cavaliers up the line, the clock ticking down to near a minute. Whitfield going to pass. He's going to tuck it down and be brought down.
Oh, he had to get rid of that ball.
Yep. LP's going to take their final timeout of the game. Whitfield lost some yardage there.
He did. The biggest thing, it cost him a timeout.
Yeah.
I have LP with still 1 timeout left.
Okay.
There's a loss of about 3 on the play.
Yeah, that's their last timeout. They're down to 0.
I missed one there.
So the ball's spotted now at the 32 of Metamora, so he lost 4. 14-7 Metamora. LP's had some chances, there's no doubt about it, to get a second score. $56 seconds to go. LP and Metamora. 5A teams. Who knows? Maybe they'll meet again in the postseason, just down the road from each other.
Trayvon Hunter hasn't touched the ball a lot tonight, but he's made some things happen. He had that 8-yard loss on the one play, but still has 3 carries for 90 yards in the game.
2nd and 14 LP. Hernandez in motion. And a
bad snap.
Bad snap. Whitfield picks it up, throwing over the middle. Intercepted.
Yeah, that was not his fault.
That's the ball game.
He's trying to make something happen on a bad snap from center, and he threw the pick.
Caden Hartnett with the interception. He was looking for Hunter over the middle and went right into the hands of the Metamora defender.
Yeah, and the thing is, if he could have got a little bit more on that pass, he had a man open. He just underthrew the ball, but it was because he had to bend down, pick the ball up off the ground, and then just try and unload it with a pass rush in his face.
So Metamora will take the victory formation here because LP has no timeouts.
Yeah, they're going to have to snap it twice.
(14-7). Metamora going to get out of Howard Fellows Stadium with the win over LP. What a football game it's been. And they may have to snap it maybe one more time. So
Willerton just took the knee right there.
And they're going to have to snap it one more time. LP had their chances again in this fourth quarter. They were deep in Metamora's part of the field a few times.
That's going to do it.
Yep. So 14-7, a heck of a game between Metamora and LP. Two very good teams. LP falling to 1-1, and Metamora improving to 2-0. Jeremy Aiken, Rick Sipovic, and we're going to come back with some post-game numbers after this. LP falls just short against Metamora, 14-7. Back in just a few seconds on your home for LP Cavalier football, 103.9 WLPO.
Cards at a touch of a button. Protect your debit and credit cards with Prue Federal Savings Bank updated mobile banking app.